Go stare at the drip, it is blinding. Spaceships flying, just give us our land and the science. Patience, grinding, just focus on money, no violence. Big drip, styling, straight in the face of these tyrants. 500 years and some days, they all expect us to slack. Yes, we still bottom in wage, so keep your whole focus intact. Same type of problems as slaves, we gon' get justice and tax. So I can fuck what they say, keep your perspective on black. They are so mad that we waking up, now we got dripping intelligence. There is no chaser inside of our cups, look at these gangsters be gentlemen. Yes, we did timing when timing was tough, learn fast, there is no settling. Took on their games and we called out their bluffs, had to learn game from the veterans. Look at the time that we sat up and pudding, rolled out the bunks with no comfort for cushions. Learned all their ways in this maze and we took ones straight in their face of their lies they was pushing. Now you staring at refinement, ain't no breaking this alignment. Gold plated with some diamonds, 24/8 at the timing. Black skin, shining, go stare at the drip, it is blinding. Spaceships flying, just give us our land and the science. Patience, grinding, just focus on money, no violence. Big drip, styling, straight in the face of these tyrants. They bite off our styles and our different gifts, then they play games with our minds. Microaggressions and inferences, try to throw shade on our shine. They watch to make fun of our differences, that plus the hate made us climb. Walk through the miles, count them distances, no you not taking from mines. They drunk us and want us to stay asleep, they blatant as hell with they moves. Now we got crimson on different keys, dripping with berries and juice. We doing it loud, no being discreet, shining with all of our jewels. We pushing for people that's hearing deceased, big stepping on they rules. Black skin, shining, go stare at the drip, it is blinding. Spaceships flying, just give us our land and the science. Patience, grinding, just focus on money, no violence. Big drip, styling, straight in the face of these tyrants.
Yeah. Let it go. 84 music, baby. All I hear is talking, I don't see the word. All I hear is talking, I don't see the word. All I hear is talking, I don't see the word. All I hear is talking, I don't see the word. Woo. Black as a motherfucker, let him know. Cops ain't frame niggas, fool. We paper chasing, if not we catching zoos. Day to day, we take it, let it go. Yeah, we let it go. Yeah, we let it go. Lift the block from his knees, take it and let it grow. Get the block what it needs, leave him watching like woo. You know I'm on the river with a painless. Cold stove stepping, watching my lean shit. Building weapons and goals, you know they aim is. Living lavish and smiles all on the English. As long as we keep working while the game comes. If not, break it open, taste like one thing for certain, where the game done. Yeah, we taking over where the lanes run. Woo. Watch us break it open, make it free. Watch us take them true, watch us take the streets. Paper pie and all, yeah, we taking this. Fuck the police and law, watch me bring the heat. Woo. Black as a motherfucker, let him know. Cops ain't frame, nigga, it is fool. We paper chasing, if not we catching zoos. Day to day, we take it, let it go. Yeah, we let it go. Yeah, we let it go. Lift the block from his knees, take it and let it grow. Get the block what it needs, leave him watching like woo. No matter where I go, I see the same shit. Cops kill another with the same clip. And all I see is movies about them slave ships. We wonder why we struggle just to make it. Preachers giving sermons, but we don't see the work. Another body down, they gon' need a hearse. Cops playing games, take his body search. Play out to the graves, everybody hurt. Woo. Watch us break it open, make it free. Watch us taking true, watch us take the streets. Paper pie and all, yeah, we taking this. Fuck the police and law, watch me bring the heat. Woo. Black as a motherfucker, let him know. Cops ain't frame niggas, it's fool. We paper chasing, if not we catching zoos. Day to day, we take it, let it go. Yeah, we let it go. Yeah, we let it go. Lift the block from his knees, take it and let it grow. Get a block what it needs, leave him watching like woo. Was goody. All right. Wow, my picture looking crazy. What's good, Black family? Let me get my chair. Bless. What's goody, YouTube? What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? Christopher Perkins put a comment early on. Definitely a well thought out comment. Don't know really what he was thinking about. But if you would like to click the link, it's Black YouTube on Fire, open conversations.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not going to be able to get done.
My bad. What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? He says, please continue very passionately articulating real Black political media news work with a very detailed and educational analysis, Q Butter. Take this work seriously or quit doing it, nigga. All right. So, not really sure what he means by that, but I'll put the link in the chat so you can explain yourself from early. I don't want to be presumptuous, but wow, here's a link in the chat. It's Sunday, non-stop grind mode. Pushing forward. What it look like, Black family. Everybody's doing well, motivated, ready to level up. Yo, True Shot, what's poppin'? Yes, YouTube, what it look like. Y'all put the link in the chat. Christopher Perkins. You want to click the link and explain what you was meaning by that. Wow. There we go. This camera sucks. I don't know where my other cameras is at. Well, yes, y'all. Talk to me. Black YouTube on Fire. There's mad stuff going on. Drop your flag movements, anti-government movements, protests. It's on fire right now in America. White men shooting up. White men shooting shit up. So, yeah, it's up. It's all the way up. I love your community work. I wish I had your my influence. I have an influence? Wow. I mean, I know I have influence, but I don't put myself in a box of influence. That's like a compliment. Yeah, good. Like, yeah, Chris, that's yeah, click the link, bro. I definitely want to hear more what you got to say on that one. I use YouTube and certain platforms as a tool to communicate and connect with people more. But I'm always open to ideas, man. Whatever to make things better and do better, I'm always with that, man. Progress is a must. So progress requires critique. So I'm always open for some critique if it's for the goal of getting better. But shout out to the fam. So yes, y'all. YouTube. Shout out to Psycho. He be having the shows organized. I'm lying. I don't be trying to organize shit for the shows. I just like, all right, I'm going live. I forgot to even text the chat. We're going live. But it's been an awesome week. Well, challenging week. I look at challenges as awesome. You know what I mean? Anything that makes you tougher. You know what I mean? And when you get through it, just waking up to fight through it is enough for me. You know what I mean? So yes, y'all. Helping the youth, have a school. So why you ask me about taking it serious or don't do it at all, nigga? Or quit doing it, nigga? That was the part that was a little confusion. Like, what are we talking about quitting? What are we talking about quitting? You know what I'm saying? Jeez, 22%. So, let me see. Again, I have no clue what's been going on in the YouTube streets. Hopefully, there's been no beefing. TikTok is on fire with the drama. Like, yo, the war on TikTok is all the way up. Like, not even gonna lie. Like, it is a straight war between Pan-Africans, Aboriginals, FBAs. Like, it's really a war. I really don't understand it. Like, there's whole panels that are just like Pan-African goofies. Then you go over this one, FBA with. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, how are we moving forward like this? This is and I don't get involved in it. I ain't true. I'm a Pan-African, so I ain't gonna never not be on the side of pushing black folks. Never not gonna be on the side of pushing black folks. But I do recognize that shit is a little mixy out here, y'all. Shit is definitely mixy. It's getting that nasty. I don't know what you're talking about, Christopher Perkins. And there's another person that leaves a comment on my YouTube channel all the time. Matter of fact, yeah, I am by Zyx. Yeah, who wants to go over history? Where Cuba? Yeah, that is hilarious. Like, I'm a Jamaican national. This dude leaves a comment on every video that I'm a Jamaican national who needs to stay out of Black American business. I'm like, yo, son. Yo, it's crazy. And I think they're white people. I don't think these I don't think these people are black. I don't think so. And if they are, like, the level of sickness we got going on in the community is crazy. If these people are really black, and I know there's a lot of weirdos in America. There go FBA. There you go. This is what happened when y'all didn't get the community right with Sonnet and Polite. What do we? This the person. Nah, you ain't getting kicked off the panel. Here's the link to the panel. You can come up and say everything you feel, man. That's the person right there. FBA lineage, American. I really want to understand your plight, man. I really do. Because, yo, not all the time people leave comments on every video. This the person right there. Yeah, Pan-Africans do got a lot of weirdos. See how easy that is for me? It's a lot of FBA weirdos, too. A lot of weirdos in America. I ain't gonna lie. But, you know, it is what it is. I ain't create these motherfuckers. The link is in the chat. It's an open invite. There's nobody here. Nobody gonna kick you off the panel. You're not gonna get jumped. You can say everything you feel. I really want to hear y'all. Let me go get my charge here. I want to hear this. Don't be scared. Click the link.
They try to do like 3-4 songs, get none of the big stuff, like, yo, fuck it.
Also, too, we gotta. There's also too. It's two sides to it, right? So, like doing certain. It's spaces to be able to be able to arrange the numbers. But we don't want to arrange it too much. We don't want to depreciate the value of us holding people.
Nah, that's the part that I can't understand. At the same time, when niggas just want to They just want to do whatever you want to do. I think it's cool. Like, fuck it, bro. Go ahead, let the just study what we have to study.
All right, I'm back. Nobody clicked the link. What happened? What happened? I put the link in the chat. You don't have to be white to not get kicked off the panel. That's crazy. One white person. And that one white dude, he wasn't even a bad conversation. I was listening. You know what I mean? White people gonna be white folks. You can't expect it to be, black, but he wasn't the typical white person that, comes around these areas. But please click the link, man. Can y'all see FBA lineage in the chat? He keeps talking about he gets kicked off the panel. I'm literally at you and what's his name? Christopher Perkins. Like, if I go through my video, you're going to see Sunleak. This dude right here leaves a comment all the time. All the time. Now you get invited for the convo. Save the Kids, Becoming Atheist, popping. Nuke was popping. We here. See, that's the part I see. That's the part, like, how y'all gonna be leaving comments all the time but scared to have a convo? That's weird to me. Now I'm gonna have to block you. See, now I'm gonna have to block you from the channel. You're not gonna be willing to have the conversation. Can y'all see him in the chat? There's not a lot of people here that just started up the stream. Nobody gonna kick you off the panel. Perfect time to come up to say how you feel. Corey RT, what's popping? Yo, what I gotta do? My freaking I hope it's my coil. I think my coil pack went out on me, bro. My shit sounded crazy. My mechanic, he had told me he had church. Oh my goodness, man. My shit was sounding crazy, son. Jittering. Then I think some gas got into my freaking oh man. One thing another, bro. Oh my goodness. I was just staring at AMGs all night, like oh man. It's all good. Jahad was good. He was good. He family. GA was good. Claire, y'all can pick a topic. You said I didn't put no topic in the title. I literally put it open for the people in the community. I ain't have a title. So y'all can pick whatever topic you want. Claire, if you want to hit the panel. Shout out to Pacho. She's a dope panelist. I definitely would like her. I would love to have her, Renee, Akasha, Ebony. Even though Ebony my sister. Ebony like my sister, but not my STEM sister. New Arduino coming out. Claire, people could talk about, what are you talking about immigrants, bro? This is annoying. You got to be a white person. I'm going with white person, y'all. You are a white person now. I know black people I know are this scared to use their voice. Unless you ain't got no bass in your voice. You got to prove to me you black now. I'm calling for clemency in all African descents in the hells of America, but they hate is unreal. Black Ice. I definitely understand what you're saying. Black hate is crazy. You're not black, bro. If you was black, you would be talking about doing something for the black community. All those comments you left and that one comment you wrote was about your Q. How can I connect with you about the programs? Claire, I doubt you can out-nerd us over here. You have no clue. You see what he just wrote above you? New Arduino coming out. We could jump into coding right now. We could talk about freaking mechanical engineering, mechatronics, but y'all want to talk about chemicals. You know what I'm saying? What we talk about? Y'all talk about astronomy. I love astrophysics. How about earth science? Let's talk about some earth science, man. How about acceleration? This week I'm going into gravity with my students, but I've been spending extra time discussing plot time, velocity time, and acceleration time graphs
and just getting them intuitive with the relationships between the linear equation and how it produces the second equation, which is the acceleration equation. I'm not black. I'm a Jamaican acting like you're black. You're not retarded. You're just trying to act like you're not retarded. Like, I can prove who I am, and I have work in the community. You can't even click the link. Your Wi-Fi doesn't even. I'm gonna block you after today, Tess, because you're not willing to talk. You have nothing to offer the black community. You're obsessed with another dude. You leave comments that don't talk about work in the black community. You're a homosexual. Like, that's what homosexuals do. Homosexuals do shit like that. That's what a gay person is. You're not even an FBA. You're a fruitcake. Fruity, booty American. That's what you are. Fruity booty. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to call you, because that's crazy to me. Like, all of this ideological arguing, that's for females, my nigga. Men work. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, fruity booty Americans, man. Because that's men talk about work. You still getting eat up in your own studio? What? You mad I got a studio too? Fruit basket Americans. Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, I'm in the studio chilling right now. You know what I'm saying? If you're pro-black, I got you too. If you're in the city, pull up. Let's record a record. If you're doing anything to promote black empowerment. All my Pan-Africans. You know what I'm saying? Bow. I don't see why he don't hit the panel. He's scared. I don't know why you would be scared. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't want to hit the panel with me and network with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got shit to offer. You don't have anything to offer. You don't even have an avatar. You don't even have an avatar, which is crazy. That shit is free. The avatar is free. So why don't you work on your avatar? That's crazy. They don't even charge for the avatar, son. They get that shit away. You just pick one to upload it, but you couldn't even afford an avatar. How broke you gotta be? Yeah, definitely the front. So yeah, you gotta be pretty. Yeah, I'm just saying. Your references is horrible. But anybody else, man, he don't have a lot of. If you don't got an avatar, your level of poverty is different. You know what I'm saying? Your level of poverty different if you can't afford an avatar. Make that make sense. All you gotta do is download it. He like, I ain't got no space. I can't download pictures on a flip phone. That's horrible, son. Living in America with a flip phone in the 2020s, horrible, son. Your existence gotta be bad. You got one of them circular hairlines. You know the hairlines that just like go around your face? Yeah, that's one of them horrible shits. It's terrible. 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 Let's see this. But again, the fair be real, man. I don't know why. FBA lineage. You know, I can show my family right now almost all the way up to 1840. Like right now I could do it. I'm back at the Ozarks. I got all my pictures. I guarantee you can't do that because your family was broke. My family moved from North Carolina and paid for property in New York. And we got records on records in my family because we were not the poor family. My family was Stambos, not to say it like that, but my family was, doing what America said, had jobs, they were professionals. They paid for their migration, paid for property in North Carolina, paid to come to New York. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think you would. I don't know where you got left off at North Carolina.
The big one, not a big one, but not the little one.
It'd be horrible, bro. I'd be feeling bad for some of y'all, but then I'd be remembering that abortions is free now.
Yeah, but they got different size bottles.
Yeah, the regular bottles.
No, the next size.
Next size.
It's like a liter.
That's why a lot of y'all niggas' families don't know, because y'all niggas' family was broke in the early 1900s and fucking 1800s. So y'all ain't had nobody taking pictures of y'all, drawing none of y'all niggas. Y'all niggas was super broke. Just being real with it. We're not to brag about it, but like, that's why when Planned Parenthood came back and they were talking about the Negro dilemma, a lot of y'all was the Negro dilemma. Like, what do we do with some of y'all niggas? And now y'all just walking around and just doing nothing. I would love to hear to click the link. And I ain't even got I could show my grandmother and my grandfather. My grandparents is married. Your grandmother was a thought in the 1900s. Imagine that. Being a thought in the 1850s, getting left. Nigga said, I ain't going back for that bitch. Out of all the women, my family would stay together. Big mama, big papa, all it was one big family. Your grandmother was a thought in the early 1900s. He's like, I ain't going back for that heifer. She thinks she Indian. Nah, we moving up north. I'm one of the Joneses. You remember the Joneses? Like, yo, the big house like the Joneses? Yeah, you forgot about that. Anna Robinson. My family, big names. Big names. But it's all good. Black YouTube, what's popping though? It's mid-afternoon Sunday. It's raining like hell in New York. The cooning. I like the drop the flag movement. I ain't gonna lie. I like the drop the flag movement. Why would you say Jamaicans eat dirt cakes? That's horrible. You're just a horrible person. This is why abortions, I support abortion. Let me turn my camera on and make sure I say this. I support pro-choice. I support pro-choice. I support pro-choice. There are many adults who are alive today because a woman did not have pro-choice yesterday. Oh man. Oh. Just gotta wait for y'all to fade off. It's pretty much. Yeah, shout out everybody got actual pictures of their great-great-grandparents whose grandmother wasn't born, 30 years ago. Not to say it like that, but these abos be talking about their grand. I'm like, yo, son, whatever, bro. Just don't shoot at the Pan-Africans. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start checking niggas' patriot status, man. Were your parents in war? This white boy came up the other day. I got the flag too. This white boy came up the other day. Matter of fact, let me talk my FBA shit. Let me go full FBA mode right quick. Go full FBA mode right quick. Real quick on them. Real quick on them. Real quick on them. Go FBA code on them real quick. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all have no clue who y'all are. And they're screaming with y'all broke ass grandmother stories. But you just can't go and pull up your story, your sources like that. You know what I'm saying? You just can't pull up your history that quick. You know what I'm saying? We in the 1800s right there, baby. Hold on. We can't do that quick. Ooh, we can't do that. Y'all fake ass abos want to be Indians, man. It's hilariously sad. Hilariously sad, man. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Yeah, see. That's a Jones right there. Bow. Moron. I was doing credit repair for free. I drove like 600-700 people's credit for free. You know what I'm saying? Oh wow, let me show y'all that right there. You see that? That's a Pan-African patent right there. You see that? This is contributions to the black world. You have zero contributions to the black world. Zero contributions. Zero contributions. See, I could just showed y'all. You know what I'm saying? That one of the first black police officers in New York. You know what I'm saying? Come on, we can go down the line, baby. Hold on. Family saved. You know what I'm saying? See that? I think this is 1890. What was it? 1904. Slocum. Ooh. Yeah, we go down the line. You see that? Ooh. We go down the line, son. Hold on. Another guardian of the law. See that? Guardian of the law. Amongst the first black cops in New York, Long Island. Come on, baby. You got the nerve. You know how long my family put in work, son. Family put in work, man. You see that? Most of y'all can't show pictures with your pops. Ooh, see that? Marine, 100% veteran. Ooh. You ain't got the paperwork to show your parents doing anything. Yeah, you can't show that. You know what I'm saying? Can't show that. Go back. Hold on. See, y'all broke ass grandmothers was selling pussy. See, that's my grandaunt. One of the first, black owners in Harlem. That's a business in Harlem my family owned when we migrated from North Carolina. See that? That's her store. You see that? That's in Harlem. You can't you can't fake respect or legacy. You can't. You see what I'm saying? You can't fake them looks. You see how my grandfather, you can't fake being the first black. I'm saying? First black, one of the first black motorcycle cops to do. You can't fake this stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on down. Hold on, baby. You want to see the black Jew? That black Jew right there. Grandfather was Jewish since the 1930s or something like that. He was also one of the first black, I don't know what you call it, but he did work with the police. I told you, my family, I have to say it like that. My family was like, they wasn't fighting the government. They wasn't fighting the system. They was happily working in the system. You know what I'm saying? So, not everybody was a revolutionary. Most of us just wanted to be part of the country, just fighting to be a part of the system. Can't make that up, man. It is what it is. See, I can't show you. I'm saying, like, I could do this. This is just the one book. I ain't even go to the other books. I even start going crazy into the family lineage. Cut boil down. This is easy. It's easy. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. It's easy, baby. It's easy. You know what I'm saying? You see that? That's 100% veteran flag right there. You know what I'm saying? My pops would tell me, you didn't earn the right to talk about America. You can't make that up. Your parents ain't nobody in your family ever got a gun salute. Nobody in your family ever had the guns go off at their funeral. None of them. You could have shown a picture of one of your family members having guns go off. All my forefathers in these pictures that I just showed you has guns going off for America. You couldn't show that. I'm gonna start questioning y'all FBA, man. Y'all niggas ain't FBAs, man. You're not an FBA. You can't show me. If you want to really talk this FBA shit, I would. Well, you know what I'm saying? That's how my family was like, no, we America. We pro-America. I'm on the anti-government ish. I've been on that one. That's Q butter. I got that from my pops. But y'all got to show me, y'all, because I got to see it. I got to see it to believe it. I got to see it to believe it. See that? That's another patent right there. Bow, the same patent. Your grandmother got one, right? Yeah, come on now. Let's start talking this FBA shit. If your parents ain't had nobody shooting no guns off with the American flags and nobody, Sprinkler, when they do the, come on now. Ain't nobody did that for your family. Nobody. I mean, veterans, you crazy? You crazy? You crazy? You got the nerve. You got the wrong one. You got the wrong one. You got the wrong one, dude. And I'm trying to find the Abo. I got the Abo picture too. How boy down. Y'all niggas talk about you like Indians. I'm gonna show you the Indian of my family. She look white to me, but I got the picture of her too. She was drawn. See this? That's an original clip of the grand aunt that I showed you. I'm just talking to the chat, Black T. I'm just showing people like we can play the FBA game. See this? The Negro prices. So that grand aunt that I showed you in Harlem, she was an avid supporter of who? See this? This is an original leaflet handed out. Adam Clayton Powell's hands touch this. You see this? This is history. You see this? Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Can't do that, man. Can't do that. You can't show me your pops. You see that? Right there. You see, you can't show me your pops right there. No contract, no work. Fighting for what? This protest is also part of the protest that got the federalization and the full federalization of the post office. Oh my goodness, bro. You can't show me your father doing nothing. You see that? That's Mr. Spickner. Mr. Spickner is 100% veteran, and he's the patent holder. See the patent holder? You can't show me your pops doing nothing. I can show you generations. I got the other flag. I go get the other flag from my other grandfather. And both grandfathers. I go get all they're my great-grandfather's flags. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You ain't got no pictures of your pops in another country putting in work for America. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't show me your family being purposely cut out. You can't show me this. You see this? That's the patent right there. There's Black T, the average person. So you see that? This is what a patent looks like, man. I know some of y'all talk about it and never seen an actual patent. Like Black people new event. This is what it looks like. Wow. You see this? This is the patent that my pops got. You see this? Let's talk about the FBA shit. You know what I'm saying? Black power right there. You see that? Protesting and was in Vietnam and also got a patent. You see this? Patent for what? Producing a method of creating 3D sound. Can't make this up. You can't. You see that? Bow. Bow. This was my claim to fame as an audio engineer. Patent is for producing a method of producing 3D sound. You see that? Bow. Oh, hold on. Let me drop those certificates. You see that? Certificate of Reversation. New curved sound defeats. And I don't know why he wrote that. The second battle, rediscovery. My pops had started getting pseudo. Yeah, he was like, God gave him the idea to make 3D sound. But which is crazy, he also invented a method called quad speak. I swear the quad speak is way, I'm not supposed to talk about it, but quad speak was so fire. You understand? Oh my goodness. This was nothing to quad speak. Crazy. And in today's applications, I swear, I have the writings for it. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to take that. But this is right here, real patent. See the seal? You know what I'm saying? And that's his flag. And his pops got one too. And his father got one too. My grandfather's born, 40 years after emancipation. His father grew up when the change of the Emancipation Proclamation. They grew up in a whole different America. You know what I'm saying? So, different times. And he's from the Midwest. So, the Midwest versus the South is a different perspective. You know what I mean? 3D sound equals Dolby stereo? No. It's a matter of manipulating the sound to be perceived in a three-dimensional way and having it emitted in a three-dimensional way. Yep, definitely grew up doing construction, whole different America. You know what I'm saying? I could show you, I'm like, we talking this Sambo stuff. What do we talk? I want to see the work. I want to see the families that was putting in this work. You see this? You couldn't be no regular Negro and get a picture like this done in the 1800s. I'm just being real with you. This is not. That's why some of y'all don't know your stories, because your families was extremely poor. And I'm not saying like my family was up, but at that time they had more than a lot of other people did. It's just a reality. That's why some of y'all don't got no pictures. That's why some of y'all parents was uneducated. It wasn't, and you're gonna be like, oh, they was so. Like, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the other book is upstairs. I thought I grabbed all the books. You know what I'm saying? I could do this days. Like my family had. This is the full patent application. You know what I'm saying? Then I got the pictures of all the Vietnam pics. I have to do this for days, man. Days. So this is my great uncle. So this would be my great. This was to my mother. So this would be my great uncle, Charlie Robinson, one of the first black cops in New York City. You want to talk about racism? They have pictures of my great other uncle who saved 9 white folks on the Slocum. Then they turned around and tried to say he ain't do nothing. So the family had to keep all the records of him saving people. And this is the picture of the white lady, one of the survivors, thanking him, because the news reported that nobody did anything and black folks was running. And he saved 10 people, either 8 to 10 people. So we had to keep all the articles of it. You can't, come on now. Come on now, baby. Come on now. That's on FBA, baby. That's on FBA. And I'll tell you, most Pan-Africans can do this. That's in America. You know what I'm saying? Most Pan-Africans who've been around for a minute can tell you this. Being real with you. This ain't the first time I've done this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can't show me your great grandparents. See, that's my grandfather. You see that? Grandfathers. I can show you both the grandparents and the great grandparents. You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about? He was born 1913, man. His big mom was born, I think, 1870. We have her picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here, man? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Look at her right there. What are we talking about? Right there. What are we talking about? Right there. You know what I'm saying? 1870. You know what I'm saying? That's Pop right there. Great grandpops right there. That's my grandfather, my mother's pops. You stupid? You stupid? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Straight up. Are you dumb? So this is the picture from the era. Right? You see this? That's the store in Harlem. And my great grand aunt owned. Great grand aunt. Or two greats, one of the twos. And she's the one that got the leaflet from Adam Clayton Powell. I'm mad the family had a little war before she passed. And so I wanted all of it. She was like the librarian of the family. So, and then she had the property in Brooklyn for years. And so when she died, her son sold the property for like $1 million or $2 million and just disappeared. And that's pretty much, you know what I'm saying? So let me go on further. I could go with like, you up, like, hold up. See if damn, I gotta go back upstairs. You know what I'm saying? That's in the family. Hold on, I want to show y'all, because I want to show y'all the Abo picture. So I can play the Abo game too. But unfortunately for y'all, my family knows their full history. And we have much of our records. So we know who married what and when. Let me go get the Abo picture just to go back into the Abo story. Abo, yo, stand on lineage. We just talking right now. There's a dude that's supposed to be an FBA who harasses my channel all the time, and it's like, bro, like I'm a Pan-African, but let's not play the game. So this is my great grandmother on my father's side. So this is on my mother's father's side. So this is my great grandmother to my mother. So this would be my great grandmother. And she would be considered Indian. Now, let's be clear. This is how she was drawn. She would be like my complexion. And that's how they would say she got the hair. Damn, I gotta show you my Aunt Dorothy. So my Aunt Dorothy and them, they would be like, but they would tell us this is why we got the hair like this. So they had long hair. They was known for their hair because in my family, my grandfather's side, they all got their hair from her. Other book. You know what I'm saying? We could play the Abo game. See that right there? Right there. So we got and our hair was still woolly. But that's what they attributed to. My great grandaunt's had. Damn, where the pictures at, man? Because my other side of the family is mad dark skin. Used to be mad dark skin. But they all had like a certain type of hair texture. And that's what they would brag about because they all knew they got it from her. And when the black family mixed with the Indians. I don't know if y'all can see it. But their hair was not. Like they would, and I used to hate hearing that as a kid. We got the good hair. Like this is annoying as hell. But yeah, I put the link in the chat, y'all. I'm just randomly talking, showing y'all some random history. I gotta frame this map, yo. Yeah, I gotta frame these maps. Because I don't want them to get messed up. And I know they're gonna get messed up in my possession. Damn, man. They already starting to get messed up. Yeah, I'm gonna get this frame. This is a map from Vietnam. Actual Pops drew these circles in Vietnam. There's the landing zones. See that? Ho Chi Minh Trail right there. The platoons where they was sent. Can't make that up, B. And it's crazy the pictures he got. Yeah. Anybody that's into war history, let me know if y'all into war history. I definitely would like to share this with somebody that's like into do like black vets. Anybody that's black vet story. Definitely link me up, yo, if you want to do black vets. I have most of my black veterans pictures, and I just got to go to 2 family members' houses without seeming like I'm only there for the picture. You know when you go to your family member's house, like, hey, how you doing? But where them pictures at? Like, you just want to steal the pictures? Like, no, I just need it. And I'm like, can I just scan them? I brought my printer with me. That's how my mom was getting. Like, yo, I'll scan them. So I'm like, damn, man, my mom was fast. Love you, Bobby. But she was doing the job trying to get all the pictures scanned and turn it into one vote. But it's like, yeah. Then my father's father, he was a secretive Negro because he came from the Midwest. And he was like, look, my pops used to be like, yo, my pops used to crave on my grandfather, but his records is a little weird. He been around. And the Spickner side of the family on the West Coast they went through West Coast shit. That's totally different than like the East Coast history. But yeah, I could trace that back to like further we was 2 generations, and then it gets real weird. And that's across most of the lines for the Spickner family. Even the West Coast people be like, yeah, it's a little mixed. You know, ones in Michigan and Illinois. There was a white side and the black side, and then there was the mulatto side. So my grandfather was in the black side, and allegedly the mulatto side took over. But yeah, that's a whole nother section of the story. But Abos, please, you know what I'm saying? Yo, they burnt my grandfather's Bible, son. Allegedly, they burnt my grandfather's Bible. Allegedly. Or somebody took it. I was mad young. I wasn't hip at that time. But yeah, they got to that one. And then my grandfather had a second marriage, and that kind of threw it off. Yeah, that threw it off because, yeah, I know when families marry over and the new family comes in, it just gets messy at death. You know what I mean? So them pictures is not there. Yeah. But his sister, that's what I was aiming for, and then her freaking sons. And it's a funny story, yo. Yo. Oh man, I remember one time she saw me and Marsha kissing, and she knew that, I hit my sons. She was like, yo, Q, better not hit your sons. Gotta talk to them. And don't be kissing in front of your kids and all that fraternizing and stuff. That's not healthy. And I sat back, and my pops used to get along with her. And she used to talk crazy about my pops. And he used to talk crazy about it. It's a funny relationship. But I was like, hold up. Both your sons gay. All the advice she gave just flew out the window at that moment. And then when she died, one of the gay sons just came and stole her stuff and just said F the family. And I don't know. He's gone. Yeah. Be like that. It be like that. Like, damn, bro. Be like that. So again, I'm always here for the info. But don't ever act like I can't bust out my history real quick on y'all. And that's just one for that's not even the full crates. I gotta make the part of my mission this year is really organizing the full crates. Because I know what my children have to do this. I want them to be like, look, my pops got all his stuff together. Like, yeah, we got the family, boom, boom, boom. That's a grandmother, that's a great grandmother, that's a great 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 grandmother, that's blah blah blah. Bow. As much as we can get. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I guess that was an easy cooking. But I just put that other picture in. Easy cooking. Oh no, let me not do it like that. That's not get messed up. Can't let that get messed up. So yeah, easy cooking. So what's the topic, Shy? Yo, FBA lineage, why don't you just click the link and have a conversation, man? This is weird, bro. I don't want to block you. I haven't blocked nobody in a while. But you're just like annoying at this point, bro. And it's wildly, I don't want to call you gay, but I'm just saying the way you're acting is very much gay. You know what I mean? So, But the link is in the chat. What time is it? 5:15, 5:20. A couple more minutes of nonsense talk. On here, I'm going to be working on my lessons for this week. All right, we're going to be in the Coney Island Makers Fair in like a week or two. That's going to be dope. Got mad videos to edit too. Mad videos to edit. Read some pretty horrific stuff. Shaka almost actually did bring me to Sanetta. He hit me up on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Y'all kick black people off. You're dumb, bro. That's crazy. You're a white person. This block time. You're worthless. You have absolutely nothing to do in the community. Let's see if I can get you to leave on your own. Can you just unsubscribe from me and just act like I died? Or do I have to block you? Because now you're just stalking and it's wildly, weirdly gay. Like no man who does not like somebody hangs around where they like the people that they don't like. Just being real. So at this moment, could you just like unsubscribe and just delete my page? Or do I have to block you? That's how you have to talk to these people. GA is weird, right, bro? You can't even tell these people. You can't even respectfully ask people to leave. You gotta violate them because they need that attention. This is horrible. Horrible. But to the black folks, that's actually dope. You know what I'm saying? Definitely want to link more with y'all, man. I am just hype about being around dope black people from all backgrounds of black people, you know, all over the country. You know what I mean? Different perspectives and ideas coming together to make things work. Just using platforms that have the ability for multi-users. And I'm mad at some people too. So I might air out some of y'all, man. True story, you might get everybody in New York. Y'all might get aired out. Because I don't know why we not linking and putting in work. That shit is annoying to me. Standing on lineage.
Yo. Fuck. Yo, you can hear me? I'm trying to take this, what's the name, off.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yo.
Yo.
Oh, yo, Q, what's good?
What's good?
What's good with Zayax?
Pushing, bro.
Pushing. What y'all need? What y'all need help with? Like in this time.
Volunteers and fundraising.
Oh, okay. Volunteers for what? Like day-to-day type of
Either day-to-day instructions,
shit.
programs. I'm looking for more people to connect with the environmental engineering program that's up and running now. Networking.
Alright. I mean, I might be able to help with fundraising. What would be most beneficial where I wouldn't have to come to Brooklyn like super often?
That depends on the person. I mean, like what you want to do. If it's like fundraising,
I'm talking about me.
I know well, what up, bro? You've been his ass. You know how it goes. It's a madhouse sometimes, bro. So I can't even. Well, you do mad different things, bro. You got my number, so it's either organize. I got volunteers that I'm not organizing the volunteers I have, like GAs in the chat, the teachers, and the institute is one animal. Then the other animal is the general nonprofit stuff. So I'm focused on getting the general nonprofit and all the other programs up and running. But the institute takes up all my time. So that's one part. That's extremely challenging, navigating those two. And then that winds up making me like kind of be all over the place with the volunteers we have for the institute. So that's a priority right now. We got a lot of volunteers this year, a lot of people that's involved with the children in the program. And it's people that work with the
who's like or how many people is kinda doing that now? Like in terms of, cause I don't like remember it been like what 5 years, 6 years type shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I know things is different. So I don't think that would be right for me. Like just jumping back in and not knowing, you know, how everything run now. Like as far as the locations and all of that, I know it's different location now. You know what I'm saying? Things is added, programs is added, all this different type of stuff that wasn't there. You know what I mean?
I just peep you got the Zag shirt over. Yeah, that's my guy, son.
Yeah,
That's what's up, son.
I'm like, I'm gonna throw on this shirt. So if I still got this joint. Yeah, I still got
It's mad stuff, bro. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't answer your phone though.
Yeah, I try.
That that's the one thing. It's hard to get a hold of you by phone. Like that's.
You got my map.
Of course,
Text
it's
my phone now.
understandable.
Text my phone now. He said he got Damo and Irene. Irene's ex-husband was white, but Irene doesn't teach with us no more. She wants to help fundraise. Damo is no joke. We also got brother Chie, sister Rakasha, and brother Identity that y'all know.
Yeah. Damo.
Yeah, he teaches civics and
That makes
government.
sense. I could talk to him about it too. Yeah, he definitely he a little more accessible too. So
Which Damo you talking about? Health Damo?
yeah.
Workout? Oh no, this one from that be online.
Oh, okay. Got you.
He works on social studies.
Alright. What's your joint? Hold on. I don't remember that shit.
Be on for life. What's goody? Yeah, click the link. You know, I'm always on some either building stuff. Like it's always about networking and leveling up every day, all day.
Word. Yeah, I already know that. Shit, you one of the few that's actually doing things and a real need. You feel me?
It's
Like
crazy. People talking about there's a couple that's like the third person I was like, yo, you used to do credit repair. I'm like, I used to give free credit repair information. I didn't do credit. That is weird. I went to war with the scammers over credit repair.
Facts. Yeah, yo, damn, I remember that. Classic days.
They got mad because I kept like, don't give nobody your social. Don't pay for credit repair. Here's the information. Here's the links. Here's the source. Like, yo,
the real truth about credit repair is we need to just dub credit. But you feel me? Saying that is gonna get me stones. So
yes, it's different perspectives how we use it and stuff. As long as you got financial literacy and you making the best educated decisions you can for your situation, that's you know what I mean. That's what I always tell people. Like, do your not to say do your research, but examine your situation, take accountability, scrutinize it, whatever's the best, and be disciplined. So whatever that looks like for you, that looks like for you. Not saying you for anybody because they don't look the same for everybody.
Yeah, the problem be when you dealing with what we dealing with, just in the fight that we in general, you kind of gotta give. It's like religion in a way, right? We know religion ain't the best thing. It's not the absolute truth and all of that. But just on a general basis for the general public, most people, the average person, it's a decent prescription for them where if they follow it, that they'll have a decent life, kind of be a decent person, whatever like that. So with the credit and like that, for the general black person, like most of us, you feel me, that make average income and all of that kind of stuff, we need to be anti-debt. Like we need to withdraw from it. It's doing way more damage than good.
Yeah, the debt statement is a different one. Like, yeah, I know people look at it the same. I don't like credit to me is a business conversation. Like that's the history of credit is always associated to business, and you have credit because of your position in a industry with other stakeholders in the industry. You sell tires, so it makes sense to have a connection with somebody who produces tires. You know what I mean? Different tire, manufacturers.
Oh, I got the wholesale accounts and these kind of things you talk about.
That's the original aspect of credit. Then from there, it went to consumer credit perspective where people are just using the credit to go into debt. And it's like, what business aspect does this have? Like, how is this connected to business? And so if you're just taking debt on as a leisure and you can't even write off the debt because it's not connected to a business loss, it's a personal leisure activity. You just chose to use your credit to buy some whatever the fuck you wanted, and The
Right.
interest on that plus the debt doesn't have any business aspect versus somebody who said, I'm gonna take my credit and I'm gonna go buy a tow truck. Now they're using their investment differently. The expenses on their investment is also write-offable, and then the potential to make money off of the original credit investment, the potential is 1,000 times fold what you would get.
Nah, for sure. That's the key right there. Is that what you're using the credit for could be used to make money.
That's the
So yeah,
that's what
now I see what you're saying for sure.
that's a lot of us get caught up, and that's the entrepreneurial connection. No matter what it is, even if you're like, yo, you use your credit to invest into yourself to get a better job, like that's a great thing. You bought a suit, you know what I mean? You paid for a training class, and even if you messed up the credit, you still got your suit and you still got the training from the class. So that's on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lena, what's good, sis?
Yo, what's good, EQ? Hey, what's up, Standing? I was wondering, you're doing a science fair this winter again?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, what dates?
I believe December 13th and 14th. We might switch one of the days. It's still gonna be on a Saturday, but we want to include regular schools. So we have to start weekdays because that's the only way to force, not to say it like that, but the schools can force the kids to come.
Yeah, maybe a Friday.
Yeah, so we think we might switch it to the 12th and 13th instead of the 13th and 14th. So there'll still be the science fair on the 13th, but we want to do the expo. And we want to do it at our new location. So
Oh, and your new location, so it's gonna be in North Carolina?
We got a new spot in Brooklyn too.
Oh, and in Brooklyn. Oh, okay. You're really expanding. What was your most exciting accomplishments this year when it comes to the school?
Waking up every day, starting the school after going to the hospital and getting diagnosed with having a kidney stone.
Oh, I didn't know that happened. Where have I been? I'm
That
sorry
happened.
to hear that.
The day before class started, I wound up getting hospitalized. I had a kidney stone. It already passed through. It was the most painful shit. I ain't never been. I was in the hospital crying on the floor like a big ass baby. I'm talking about like,
That's where my sister was. She had a kidney stone pass.
Yep. 7 hours later, I was in there teaching the class.
Oh, wow. You bounced back quick. That bounce back game is ruthless. Those kids really motivate you.
Black power.
I see. That is so awesome.
But yeah, it's a lot of there's so much stuff going on. We're at an exponential growth rate, and I'm trying to like really
Capitalize on it. Yes. Teach as many Black children as you can.
Story, and if you listening, it's up for you, truth. All y'all niggas that be talking all this smart shit that don't pull up and be waiting for the y'all. Some of y'all like music artists that want to wait for your perfect song to put out, and you keep all your work in the closet until it's like it's not ready yet. It's not ready yet. I'm not ready. I can't show it to the world. Nah. I'm calling cards right now, son. It's up. It's up. It's up. It's up. And with this AI, yo, yeah, everything's supposed to be on exponential. All growth have to be exponential right now.
I know you have some beautiful, bright children in your school. What was one of your most memorable and impressive science projects at the science fair that you saw? Like, wow, this is really impressive.
To everything. Yeah, I love it all. My son finally got his car fully done, the suspension working right, and so that was really that's something.
He was working on a car?
He built a car and carved it out of he made it out of wood at first, him and his boy, but they 3D printed it, but the shock system was not working right, with the dimensions and everything was wrong. And then the summer came and now they're back at it and they just got it working. So they're about to fully print fully put on the rest of the mechanical. No, not the electrical parts now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna be that's gonna be fire. The Asian
That
community.
is gonna be fire. I'm
Yeah,
having
I
a
look.
car that you
I
built
might
with
change.
your own hands.
I might have him change it again now. I told him like, yeah, y'all gotta put a full steering system now versus just having the four wheels. The cheat code. It's an electric car, yeah. But we also doing a fully autonomous vehicle. This is a fully autonomous one, but we want to do one that can drive around the block at 10 miles per hour. And to get into the competition, you got to be able to drive 30 miles per hour around a city block. So that's going to be one project we're going to be hopefully starting. We got some of the parts, but that's one. Then we also have the environmental projects that we're going to be. Some of y'all donated to a lot of these things. The environmental stuff, we're raising funds for everything. But we got to get the rest of the sensors and the hotspots. I lost one of the hotspots. I have to get another hotspot, turn back on the one we have, and then put that in the garden that's a block up from us. We're going to start doing the installs for the environmental projects. So that's going to be, I'm really hype about that. And hopefully we can do one at BK Farm, but his greenhouse isn't, we got to get a grant to make his up and running because his space is industrial. So it costs a lot of money. So we hunting for the grant. So Isaiah, that's one of the huge conversations right now is the grant run. Like me putting together a team of people that's just like, look, all y'all do is focus on grants. Like I got a lot of people that want to help with it. And if I'm not focused, those people that want to help with it aren't.
They just go to the wayside. I see it.
You see what I mean? So like Irene is no joke. Like she's aggressively no joke. Like she makes you feel like you ain't got your shit together. So it's kind of like challenging.
The conservative, I forgot her exact channel. The Irene.
She's no joke. Like she definitely when she'll let you know like, all right, this is that. This sister Mo, a Dr. Mo that be in the chat. His brother Mo. Then in Brooklyn we have who that? So that's some of the crew there. Then in Brooklyn we have well, you don't know these people, but Isaiah, we have two people in Brooklyn. There's more than that, but these are like people that I've been talking to a lot for grants. So that's,
give me a like a day and time to just pull up and I can handle the specifics with either you or partially you for the time you got available, and then whoever else.
I love Irene.
Tuesday through Thursdays I'd be like a chicken with my head cut off. But I did just get some interns, and I'm trying to work on this next set of interns. So I got one of the interns on harassment status right now. So his whole job this whole week is just to harass people. So literally, I got to put together a list of people to harass this week. Like call them, email them, call them, email them, call them, text them, harass these people until they come by. Like that's his only purpose right now in the program. I don't need you to do anything else. He wants to do science projects. So I'm like, look, you help with the science projects and harassing people. That's it. Email the hell out of them. Send 10 emails a day, 5 emails. Email their cousins. Look up their sisters. Email their aunt.
Hit them on Facebook.
Everywhere. You know what I mean? Tag them. Nonstop push. And I got the other two helping with the curriculum. But we should be caught up with the curriculum stuff this week. That's a first. And then I'm about to put them on harassment status too. So my goal is to have them 3 on harassment status. Like just harass council people, city people, chiefs of police, teachers, schools, principals, anybody who look like they got money, think they got money, or connected with money, got resources, might have resources, some way they can benefit what we got going on. Send them an email, call them, invite them by, harass them.
Yeah. I've been more into the politics too, so I know exactly who these people is too.
Yeah, we got Darlene Marley or whatever, Marlene. We got Chris Banks, Cinnamons. Yeah, that. You know, the city's going through all of the political canvas change right now, so it's a little weird with that. And I'm not used to.
Yeah, nah.
You know what I'm saying? It's mixy, right? Everybody's trying to figure out what to do because the mayor's leaving. Everybody's upset with everybody the mayor was messing with. So nobody wants to work with the people that the last mayor was messing with. So it's a real weird.
Yeah, the fake left versus right thing and all that.
It's up right now. Yeah. Then what's his name? Zolan. If he gets in office, nobody knows what to do. If he gets in office,
right?
He talking about getting rid of everybody. Anybody that was cool with the mayor, he getting rid of y'all. So everybody's trying to distance himself from the last mayor. Then everybody's like, I don't know if I should jump out the window and be cool with him yet. He ain't getting office yet.
Yeah, nah, they was canvassing near me too for that shit.
Did you like the last mayor? Oh yeah, I thought he was good or bad.
I don't. It is funny. I ran into him and I actually sounds like, yeah, I don't mess with the politics like that. He was like, so why I need to talk to you? And I was like, you know, it's not funny.
Yo,
yeah. He wasn't wrong for that statement because I'm like, look,
though.
You're not wrong. And I'm like, yo, the politics, sis, it'd be messy, sis. Like, it really be messy. It'd be messy. And then if you get on the good side, it'd be up. And then if it's the bad side, it's down. Like, they literally locked up and prosecuted, like, everybody associated to Mayor Adams. The head of the school department, the head of the fire department, the head of the police department, the head of traffic, the head of, like, everybody stepped down and quit.
Wow.
And then he beats the case.
Right.
You know what I mean? So then all the new people that came in under the notion that they not messing with him. So all the money that was flowing through them ain't flowing through the city right now. Who's Jack? Jack?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, how you doing?
What's good?
Okay.
Hey, so what y'all talk about?
You black?
You wasn't listening, or?
Yeah, I just joined in.
He sound black. He passed the black test.
He ain't passed the black test yet. He might just have some bass in his voice.
Yo, what's up with all this gatekeeping stuff y'all talking about, yo?
He black.
Look, regardless of who this or that, look, I'm trying to figure out what's the word on the street? What we talk about?
Positivity in Black YouTube. We on fire.
You talk about it in you talk about it in a political context, or just like
every context?
Okay, well, I mean, Black YouTube been on the rise. You know, it's just, I think that's Black YouTube is the last hope for Black media now. Ever since they bought out all the channels and essentially compromised the politics. So the enemy has compromised our politics and has compromised our mainstream media. And so this Black YouTube is the last hope that they haven't been able to get to yet. Charlemagne, huh? Go ahead.
Got to a lot of, hold on real quick. Yo, true story, it's up for you, man. All y'all smart pro blacks that have been around that ain't pull up and we ain't connect yet on some real official shit, it's up for y'all, man. Yo, truth, you bullshit, man. All this long live the robot shit. You ain't with no robots building shit. You ain't building no robots. You ain't nothing, nigga. You ain't with no robots, nothing, man. Stop fronting. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, before I hold this one up. You see this truth? Look, we talking about, look at this right here, man. Look at this shock system. Look at this right here. Fully 3D print. You ain't talking no robot shit. Look, you see this? You see that truth? Do you see that? All 3D printed. It's gonna be coded by. It was already coded, but look, you see this? Look at that. Ooh, what? Oh my goodness! It's all fully designed by a student, my son and his friend. Oh my goodness! You see that truth? Not playing, son. Not playing. They gotta change the spring on the other side. But come on, truth. You bullshitting. You should have been pulled up. we get into this work, man. I'm about to upload a video with all the different robots we got. What do you want? 2 degrees of freedom, 3 degrees of freedom, 4 degrees of freedom, 6 degrees of freedom. And we got a bunch of them sitting on the table right now. What we talking about, man? You want to use stepper motor base, servo motor base? How you want to do this? You know what I'm saying?
I want his True from Brooklyn.
He from Long Island now. Till he pull up, I'm putting Truth in Port Washington.
I got one little thing. I shouldn't do this to all this world, but man, you bronze niggas that stole my money, F y'all. All y'all niggas in the Bronx that commit fraud, F y'all for real, for real.
We didn't
Sorry
use your
to
Google code, man. We already had the code, man. Brooklyn is Long Island. No, hell no. Yo, FBA.
Not Long Island. Long Island's a suburb.
Black American lineage.
Yeah, you ain't no real Brooklyn nigga. I don't know no Brooklyn nigga ever say Long Island is part of Brooklyn.
Hold up, Lena, real quick. That's something from the chat.
Yeah. I put some in the chat.
Oh no, I'm saying black American lineage. He has some smoke for a minute. I'm just trying to make sure he's cool, man.
Yeah, but I put something in the chat.
Oh, I got you. Real quick, Jack. We gonna come back to you. I want to give black American lineage the floor.
Yeah, what's the problem now?
I don't even know y'all. No problem, bro. I'm about pushing black people forward, man.
You about which black people you talking about?
Black people, Negroes, black people of the diaspora.
Oh, okay.
There's only one set of black people.
That I was just wondering why a lot of people had problem with like black Americans, like why like FBA online, like what's the big deal?
I think that comes from the way it was organized.
How can you organize you can't organize people that was they human beings. How you gonna organize human beings? It's like you Jamaican.
No,
you're Jamaican. I'm a black American. Like you stand on your
Jamaican, bro. Why do you
your grandfather Jamaican, bro? Your people like I don't have no immigrants in my family.
No,
that's
look. Let's understand, son. Let's slow this down. You just asked why do people have issues with FBAs? Let's start right there. Right. FBA was organized as a term by a very provocative individual. Let's start right there. That's why people have smoke for FBA.
So Pan-African not a term?
We're not discussing Pan-Africanism. We are discussing
the person. So you just gonna play baseball, but nobody in the outfield. You just gonna hit home runs all day.
No, we're
people got smoke for Pan-Africans too, though. So that's
can I say something to FBA Black?
Hold on, Jack. Hold on. Not to say. I want to have a real quick one-on-one with him because I don't want him to be like, "Yo, Q, they jumped you in the panel." People wasn't letting him speak. I want to make sure he has his time to speak.
Yeah, because y'all was real polite to that white boy yesterday. What? No arguments. Y'all ain't kick him off. Soon somebody say they FBA up here, y'all kick him off. Be disrespectful. Whole lot of shit. That shit crazy.
Just so you know, standing on lineage is an FBA. Dev by definition will be FBA. I'm by definition is FBA. Psycho by definition is FBA. Taz by definition is FBA. So that's what I'm saying. Like when you hear what you're saying versus understanding that people have an issue with the talking points and the vitriol that people who come online who are promoting to be FBAs, not all of them have. That's where it comes from. The blatant attacks.
How you going? That's people defending what they stand for. That's like I'm quite sure you grew up in your neighborhood. Y'all ain't let nobody just come around there and do anything they want, or y'all ain't let no pedophiles be in y'all hood, or nobody stealing from the old people. That's the same thing. That's what FBA standing on. They protecting their hood.
Let me ask you something. Protecting your hood.
Yeah, you as you growing up with you.
Are we talking about an analogy? Because like
knowledge is everything. That's life. If you growing up, you and your homeboy, y'all go to elementary together, middle school, high school. All y'all got a bond. Y'all protecting y'all hoods. Y'all got relatives, aunts, grandmothers.
But you also gotta recognize that the name, you skipped the original statement. The person who organized FBA introduced it with smoke for certain communities. That's where you get that energy from. And some people act like that's not how it started. That's where it comes from. Like, we get the
So you
sentiment.
saying nobody can't? So you saying nobody can't come up with nothing and just push it out there on the internet? I'm quite sure everybody.
We're not saying that. We're not saying them to come up with nothing. But when it
All
went from first, Yvette Cornell, she started off with the ADOs, and she started shooting at Pan Africans.
Yeah, you can't tell people what to do. That's them. They grown folks.
I'm just explaining to you. That's
what I'm saying. I'm letting you know, like, they grown folks, brother.
Where the smoke comes from, right? If you truly care about power in black people, you should understand the triggers that people have in a conversation with different black people.
But most of these people ain't been around black people. Most of these people ain't been around black people. Like, if you grew up New York, you ain't grow up around black people. You grew up around Jamaicans, Trinidadians, and all that.
Let's start right there. Right? I don't know where you come from, but the definition of black person is a Negro. That's the Black Laws Dictionary. That's the American Dictionary.
Right. Black American is a person that parents come from down south.
No,
that was
not black.
on
No,
soil.
No, it's not. Because you have
yes, it is.
But can you just source your point? Can you just share the
link? So you telling me a person come from out the country and come over here and they born here? They're Black American.
Go any further? You just said a very bold statement. So I just want to know, where did you get that statement from? Can you share the link?
I got the statement from myself that that's what I grew up around.
So now let's go to the definition. The definition from 1850. How about
we ain't had no teach? You don't have to have no teacher to teach you what you is. Like, we don't have no master teachers and all that.
It's not about master teachers. It's about definition. If we're gonna say a 13 millimeter wrench,
like, we dealing with life here.
We dealing like for us to elevate, brother, we have to recognize communication is a tool for elevation.
Right. You have to deal with your own people first. That's how you rise up. Deal with your own people first.
All right. So, for example, right, when we say deal with our own people, I look up to black people who did for other black people across the country and throughout the diaspora. Historically, that is how black people have. Are you familiar with Gaspar Younger?
What you say?
Are you familiar with Gaspar Younger?
Nah.
Are you familiar with Francisco Menendez?
No, I don't be reading all them books and shit like that. I don't be.
It's
doing
not just
all
about
that.
books, though, King. This is like
I learn off of my eyes, like life. When I come outside, I learn from my eyes. I don't learn from
that's not how you learn. That's not how you learn. No. You can't experience.
You learn from saying people make mistakes.
Hold on, but can you just keep quiet for a second?
Man, you keep quiet.
Stop barking.
Don't jump, bro. This is brothers.
No, I'm just saying. Bro.
You ain't even black.
Bro, this is what I'm saying.
This where the problem at.
Stop coming on here telling people they're not black, though. You're trying to talk to me.
How you gonna tell me?
No, well, you gotta apply that to them too. That applies to them.
We're gonna have a convo with them. We can just show them.
I'm talking.
It ain't just one way though. If you can say whatever the fuck you want to say, that apply to them too. Let them say it.
I ain't say nothing about what he said. You said something. I ain't even talking to you, skinny face. What's wrong with you?
Bro, I just want to say one thing. I just want to say one thing. The thing I want to say is this.
I'm explaining the Cuba what black is. I said black American is you got two black parents, two black grandparents, two black great grandparents.
I get it.
All that. You don't have no grandparents come from the country, from Puerto Rico, nowhere like that.
Stop screaming. I get it. I agree with you. I actually agree with you. So please stop screaming.
I want to be clear. When we
hold on. Hold on. Let me agree. I agree with him.
No, before you agree with him, right? I want to just make my point. This is Francisco Menendez. Every FBA should know who this person is. He created the first American free town for black people on U.S. soil. Every black American should know who he is.
Cuba, you go around the way and tell the little young niggas about him right here and tell them, learn about him. Y'all going about life tomorrow. What you think them niggas gonna say?
See. Okay, can I jump in, Cuba? Hold on. Can I jump in?
Oh man, y'all
hold on. Stop screaming at people. Just hold on. I just need to say this real quick. Cuba, what I was about to say is what FBA just manifested. You can't reach people like FBA through an intellectual pipeline. They don't have the rudimentaries to process information that way. If you're going to give
You
him
process the
knowledge,
information and you're not even black. That's the whole point about
hold
it.
on. If you're going to give him,
You're not
if you're
black and
going,
you processing the
if
wrong
you're,
Yeah, let
information.
him finish, bro.
if
He didn't cut
you're,
you off. Let him finish.
if that's what I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. You're not going to talk to somebody who doesn't have a basic iota of intellectual affirmation. You're not going to be able to transfer knowledge to that person because the person doesn't have any kind of foundation to hold that kind of structure. If you're going to give that person knowledge and information, you're going to have to reach them through other means, and it might be tough. And he just said it. Actually, he just confirmed what I was going to say because he just said, "What if I go down to the niggas down in the street and text them about Francis Menendez?" Right, they're going to laugh at you because their world is
Because
very
that's not
small.
life. They can't survive on
Oh,
no Francis Menendez.
stop
What you
screaming
talking
at,
about?
no,
You not even black. What is
oh
you
my
worrying
God,
about us for?
Jack, like I said, let
stop
me get a couple
screaming
minutes.
at
Let me,
people.
Talking
let
to
me get a
Q
couple
buddy,
minutes
you
with you,
not
brother.
black. Talk about your people.
Hold on, real quick. So this is somebody you should know. You know what I'm saying? FBA. This is a
Uh,
very important person. Like when we talk about the young brother, we can talk about the young brothers, right? So this is Francisco Menendez, right? And his town was established, and one of the challenges was that you had to unfortunately be a Christian. Some of the realities that the Spanish created with them, in order for Black people to get freedom there. Then you have Gaspar Younger, who created the first Black free town in the Western Hemisphere. That goes back to 1570. Many Pan Africans attribute his actions as the foundations of Pan Africanism because any Black person who got free of white people was able to come to his territory. And that was one of the issues that the Spanish had with him, and also Queen Nanny of the Maroons, because Queen Nanny also said any free Black person can stay in her territory. So, in order for white people to stop them, they made it where you could not allow free Black people in their space, and they would say you can have freedom, but the other ones couldn't. So there's a very important person in history that all everybody, whether you are Pan African or FB or not, everybody should know these people's names. I think we can agree on that, right? This is Black
Yeah,
history.
everybody agrees. Everybody agrees.
you can't force stuff on people if they don't want to
No,
know
no,
it. They
this
don't
is
have
what I'm
choice in
saying.
this
This is
life.
what I'm
They don't,
saying.
I'm not
and
forcing
No,
man,
nobody.
you
no,
know, you be quiet, man.
Yo,
Talk
G.
about your
Q,
people, man. You're not
Q,
even
Nah,
Q,
black.
you
Man.
ain't gotta be quiet.
Jack,
You ain't quiet. Shit.
Q,
Hey,
Q, Q,
niggas
Q.
gotta have non-black
No,
people talking on
no,
black
no,
people.
hold up, Jack.
He's no, no, Q. Hold on. Let me just say this real quick.
I'm
Q,
the problem because I'm speaking up for
Q.
my
No,
people.
stop,
He trying to tell me something that I am. I'm a black person, but
dude,
he not black, but he trying to tell me
dude.
about my people.
Q,
That's
Q.
crazy.
Hold. You have to understand something.
It's the craziest shit I ever heard.
You have no Q. You have to understand something. FBA like circles and culture, there's a deep vein of anti-intellectualism. So he
What?
just said it.
So
He
what happened
just
to Pan
told you.
African? What happened to Pan African?
Here go the
He just
FBA
said.
slang, though.
He
What happened to
just
Pan
said.
African?
No. You just gave me information. He
You
just
not
said
black.
you
I can't
can't
give you no
force me.
information.
No, I'm talking about. I just said Q just gave
You
out
don't understand
information
where
and
I
gave
come
out
from.
knowledge. He just said you don't have to force me. You can't force me to absorb the information. That comes from an anti-intellectual mind that he
You not a
sees
soul brother,
knowledge.
so you wouldn't
He
understand. You not a
sees
soul brother. You don't
knowledge.
got the soul.
No. He sees knowledge as a threat.
Yeah, you don't have the soul.
You
That's what
understand
you lack, the
something?
soul.
He sees knowledge as a threat because people who don't see knowledge as a threat, they're open to all knowledge and they take it and they store it somewhere
You can't tell
because
people what to do, neither.
because the idea is you could always look, you maybe one time, maybe next time use it.
That's what
He's
FBA is. We don't have no master teachers. We don't have
he's
no
so
crooks. We don't have no month. We don't have no people we looking up to and be saying all this crazy weird stuff like Pan African. Pan African have been pedophile scammers for years. Y'all people been in this industry for Pan African. It hasn't done nothing for Black Americans. All it
bro.
is a bunch of people
You
talking
can't
about books from 1800s, and they
you
can't do
can't
nothing for
Yo,
you right
Jack,
now.
Gene,
you
hold up.
can't have
Jack, hold up. So, FBA, we can go down it because you gotta understand when you're saying these things. I want you to be an empowered FBA person. Pan Africanism was created by FBAs. So the only
No,
thing
it
you're saying
wasn't.
is that Yes, like so we're gonna go down. I'm gonna
Facts.
show each point so that way we can go down because I want you to have
Pan
information.
African was not created by FBA. No, it wasn't.
It's okay. We can go down the line.
Pan African is a Caribbean African movement. Crew butter. Let's keep it real.
Are you familiar with Martin Delaney?
With who?
Martin Delaney.
He's uneducated. He doesn't know these people.
Say yes or no, because that's why.
I said no.
All right. How about Alexander Cromwell?
I did at the beginning of the thing. I told you I don't read them books. Y'all read them.
He just said he doesn't read
what
books.
About the people? That's what I'm saying.
Illiterate.
Yo, you illiterate. You illiterate. You trying to tell me what to read? I can tell you what I read, but you won't read it.
Nobody. This is the. He has a confrontational outlook on life.
Go ahead, Q-Bot. I'm listening to you. Leave mute him.
Yeah, these things are important for us to know. So I'm not asking you these questions to violate you.
Right.
If you my brother, you know what I'm saying, I would want you to do. If there's something that you read that you feel like I should read, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's gonna help us out, let's level us up. Because all we got is us. That's how I look at the conversation.
Yeah, so FBA and being Black American is about living a life. It ain't about reading no books, looking up to no master, because let me talk. It's no one man but a crew. That's how we was taught. It's coming up. We don't look at master teachers and all this information to be Black. We American Blacks. We in American doing our thing. People coming over here trying to tell us who we are. Like y'all come from a whole nother country trying to tell us about us. When people just got here in the 1970s, 1960s.
I'm sorry. What about W.E.B. Du Bois?
I don't respect none of them. All them scholars and all them niggas was in the boule and all that. They weirdos.
Hold on. But you, all right. So you're saying W.B. Du Bois was?
Why is this guy casting pearls in front of the swine?
What about
I can
this
say
guy? This guy is not.
What about Alexander Cromwell and Martin?
No, none of them. I'm not listening to none of them.
I know you're saying.
I'm being real with you. I'm being honest.
I got you. But there's a difference between listening and knowing who they are. So
I know it, and I know what I know about being Black American in America.
See that you're changing. So one thing, in order for us to communicate, the verbiage can't change because you're changing the position of the verb and the nouns that it's associated.
Because you trying to take everything to a book and trying to take it to like information.
Let me be clear. I have not referenced the book. If I would have referenced the book, I would have talked about the publisher. Would I reference?
He can't even follow your plan.
You naming all these authors, ain't none of them ever been to nobody's city in America. Ain't none of them been to nobody's hood doing nothing for none of the Black Americans in nobody's city.
You know what? You're right. So what about truth? Good look for David Ruggles.
You see what Marcus Garvey did? He scammed. He came over here and scammed people and got locked up.
Hold on. You mentioned Alexander Cromwell and what he didn't do for none of the cities. That's why he.
And then when they come over, they be put down as white.
You might want to know Alexander Cromwell's history because he did.
I don't want to know nothing.
Right? Yes, that's clear. But he did a lot for Baltimore and DC.
I don't care what he done. He ain't doing nothing now.
You are proving everybody's point. You don't care. So what's the point of you?
No, I do care, but you trying to tell me what I care about. You care what you care about.
Care about anything,
bro. Nobody's telling you.
That's what I'm telling you.
I'm talking to Q-Bud. I'm not talking to you niggas.
I'm talking to you, nigga.
I'm not talking to you though. I'm talking to Q-Bud. You niggas trying to force it, and you trying to force it.
Well, don't say nothing to nobody else then. Only talk to Q.
Yeah,
only talk to Q Butter. Don't say nothing else to nobody. Just talk to Q Butter then.
You gonna tell me y'all niggas don't say nothing to me?
Yes, the fuck I do, nigga. You don't tell me what to do, nigga.
Shut up, man. You ain't gonna do nothing to nobody.
You shut the fuck up.
All right,
make me shut the fuck up then. You don't want to hear me talk. Ride the fuck out.
You just want to yell. That's all. You miserable Pan African. You mad because Pan African fell off. That's what's the problem. It fell off. Accept it. It go through everybody. Everybody fall off and get back up. Y'all fell off.
Don't respond. It's not even worth
the FBA has taken over the whole internet. Now tell me that ain't facts.
That's not facts.
That's not facts.
So it's not.
No,
bro. You guys should stop talking to this guy like he's an adult. He looks at the FBA thing like a child. You have to understand where he's coming from. He has a confrontation.
What you look at Pan African as?
He looks at this FBA thing as like a gang. You know how like you have like a hold on. Let me say this. You know how like hold on. You know how like you're in high school or grade school and you have like a crew
Okay.
That's the way these people think,
Nobody
because
even have cruise. What the fuck is you
that's
talking
the
about?
extent
Jack,
of
you're
their.
not helping with the insults. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but what
Ain't
I'm
grew up with
saying
no
is,
cruise, bro. Ain't no gangs. There wasn't no
bro.
gangs in Baltimore when I grew up. I know
Oh,
gangs. We
no, I'm
grew up.
not
We
talking
grew
to
up.
you. I'm talking to Q. Okay, I'm not talking to
Grew
you.
up
I'm
with
talking to
brotherly
Q.
love.
Jack. So part of it is like there's a certain amount of impressions a person has to have before they receive information. The older you get,
No,
the more impressions you need. So like somebody with like a certain special need, they may need 40 times of introduction to a word. Somebody with some reading
but
disability.
the gap is too wide at this point. This topic
All
is
right,
too
so
complex for
all right, so Cuba, let me ask you a question,
it's too
Cuba.
complex. Like
So
you're trying to
Your
no no
assumption
no
is making it unnecessary.
no. You're trying. I've done this. What you're trying to
Not yet.
do
You have done
is
it.
you're trying to build a skyscraper with a spoon.
I'm just trying to have a conversation, and I just
right, trying to have a
You
conversation.
can't have a conversation with a person like
telling me
this.
to stop.
He has no intellectual foundation in anything.
He has the
What are you
ability to
talking
Dang,
about?
he has the ability to
respectfully
talk
though,
so
bro,
people can
it's
hold a
Q
conversation.
platform though. We can't let Q have a conversation on his own platform though.
I mean, he can,
Or shut up.
he
No,
can, he
no.
can. But what I'm saying is,
Hard
we're trying to have a productive
That's the
thing here.
problem. That's the
hard stop.
problem right
Pause.
here.
You can.
I'm talking to Cuba about being Black American. He trying
No,
to tell me about what I'm not, and that I'm not
no,
intellectually something because I'm not. I'm not saying what he want me to say. Like that's crazy.
no. The problem with a lot of people in our community is they don't know the scope of their limitation.
Can't tell nobody what they don't know.
So
You don't know nobody. What
no,
you
you
talking
don't know the
about?
scope of your limitations, man. You
You
have black
don't know
folks.
nobody to be telling nobody what you know. You know yourself and whoever you know around your way or whoever you know. How you gonna tell somebody on YouTube or the internet about their life and what's going on? That's crazy.
All I said is a lot of black folks don't understand the scope of their limitations. So
Well, that's
Black
you.
folks?
That's you.
Is it just black folks?
no, especially black folks, because
So
Black folks, huh?
so
Really?
reason
all
Hold on,
why
Baltimore. Hold on, Baltimore. Let him go. Explain to us how especially black folks don't know these things.
I'm gonna give you an example. Let me
Oh,
set the
you got
tone.
examples. You got it.
There you
Let's
go.
let's look at
Black
let's look at
American
no,
specific.
hold on. Let's look at wealth, right? Wealth and
Okay.
aspiration. When it
Okay.
comes to other groups of people,
Be careful.
estimating
Go ahead.
and planning. Hold on, let me speak. When it comes to other people, estimating and planning, making plans and projections for how they're going to get to certain financial goals or setting targets. When it comes to black folks tend to be more outlandish in their perceptions of and aspirations towards wealth.
Do you
But
have
that's
any data to
hold
back
on,
that up?
hold on,
Do
hold on.
you
Let me.
have
I haven't.
any
I'm not
data
done.
to
I'm
back
not
that up?
done.
Well,
I
you
am
don't.
not
I don't
done.
want to hear you
Oh,
dissertation.
I'm not done. This is not a
About.
this is what I'm saying. A lot of these people
Right.
are
You have
uneducated.
opinions.
I am not done.
No data to back
What
it up.
country you from?
You
The
have
reason
opinions.
for that is because of the lack of wealth in the black community.
That is your
You
opinion.
have people. It's not my
Where you
opinion. It's in the
from?
It is your
chat.
opinion. So pull out the facts for it.
80% of black people don't have ten thousand
Pull
dollars
out the
saved. What are you talking
facts.
about?
Where
I
did
don't know
that
It's
where
in the
you
chat.
from.
It's in the chat.
I don't
in the
know where you
chat?
It's
from. Everybody where I'm from had money.
no, no.
Lots of
Everybody
money.
from where you're from don't have no money. Black people don't have no money in America.
That's
What
your
the fuck are
What
you
That's
country
your
talking?
you
You ever
from?
opinion.
hear
It's
slavery?
not my opinion. It's the reality of the situation.
The reality
Where your
That's
is
your
that
family
there
opinion,
wasn't
from?
brother.
people enslaved here.
Huh?
People
That's
had
your opinion,
all.
Whoa,
brother.
whoa, whoa! It's too many
Hold
people
on.
talking. It's too
Hold
many
on.
people
First,
talking. One
you be
person.
quiet for a second and listen since you did your part, right? The reality is we have something called slavery that's in there. And every decade since, you see the roadblocks. Are you not aware of those things?
I am not. I wasn't talking about why it's the way it is. I
But
never
that's
said
so you
anything.
blame the
No,
victim.
no, no,
So you
no,
plan on
no,
blaming the victim.
no. You speak. A lot of black people understand English, but have a problem comprehending the language. I
You
never
have a
said
problem
it
Here we
was.
articulating it
go. There
without
go
putting your
another
foot
one.
where
I
your mouth
never said. I never said. I made any justifications as to why black people are poor in America.
What
right.
I
You
country
never
you
just
from?
said.
tried to blame the victim.
I never said and or made any justifications as to why black people are poor.
What country your
What
family
black
All
from?
people
I
for?
did was state a fact that
What
black
black people
people
Like
that's
because you
poor?
have
in
no evidence.
general are poor.
Black
Huh?
people grew up, everywhere black people grew up with money. I don't know where you grew up at. Everywhere I grew
No,
up at, we
no,
had
no,
money.
no,
And
no,
lots of
no,
black people.
no, no,
Black
no.
people want to
You're
have barber shops, hair
you're
salons, They had all the stores in the hood, everywhere. What is you talking about? The first businessman.
The respect. That's why I be trying to slow the combo.
We was the first businessman.
Like, yo, FBA, you there? You can see
Yeah.
the screen? You can read that?
Huh?
You can read that?
I ain't hear you. What you say?
Can you read what's on the screen?
I can't really see it.
And he's trying to run an adult daycare on YouTube. This is ridiculous.
Don't you have a soccer game to watch? Why are you so enthralled in it then, bro? He's
Cause
trying
he infatuated with black people. Don't let him. Let him live. You know what I mean? We like type people like that. That's what makes us better.
Come on, boss. I ain't trying to laugh at you. That was funny.
All the aunties.
He's trying to teach a 35, 40-year-old man how to read.
All the aunties that
luck.
had some ones in the hood.
What's wrong with that?
Blow it up a little bit, Q. Blow it up a little
I'm not
bit.
saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying.
Right, but you have a judgment on it.
No, I'm saying.
Your family fled from.
So
hold on. Let's keep the verbiage.
So what's that Negro?
Nobody's teaching him how to read. I just asked him if he could read this for us. He said he never read it. And when we do that, it makes an area for apprehension.
Yeah, but Cube, when I said that statement, when I made that statement saying you guys are trying to teach him to read, I was talking in terms of an analogy. What I'm saying is you're trying to teach information. You're trying to teach a dog.
Do y'all have roads in your
how to perform the walk?
Let him get it out.
That's what you're trying to do.
Let him get it out. Let him get it out.
What I'm trying to do.
I like Negro. You saying Negro? That's gonna link you back to Africa. See, I know where y'all going.
I didn't say. Hold on, bro.
This where you going? I know where y'all going at. This where you going at. You gonna say this where y'all gonna say? I know your talking point.
Before we say what we're gonna say, can we just read it? Before we say anything, there's no reason to think anything. We should just be listening to you read this definition. That way we can all be in agreement after you read it. That's all. If there's something else that can be contrary or go with it, we can read it there. Like
I know what the definition.
We should be debating policy and politics. Now we're trying to teach this man how to read.
Negro.
This is crazy. We should.
Go ahead, FBA.
That's Negro. What the fuck you talking about? I know how to fucking read, bro. Don't try to play me like no motherfucking dummy. And Negro, you gonna try to link it back to Africa, bro. I'm telling you, I'm a black American. I don't got nothing to do with that. What you saying, what you trying to do, what you all the little games you trying to play. I'm way smarter than that, bro.
The guy's mentally unstable,
and that's what I'm standing on. I don't need nothing to be on no screen, no author, no teacher, no none of that, bro.
You're not gonna read it.
Like, come on, bro, with all that dumbass shit, y'all niggas.
He is ignorant and mentally unstable.
Yeah, well, let me be ignorant then. It gotta be some ignorant people in the world. Everybody can't be smart as y'all want to be smart.
Damn.
So all you saying is that I just asked. You just gonna say no. That's what you gotta say.
Yeah, I just told you what it was. I'm a black American. I ain't got nothing to do with you trying to do with that. With Negro gonna try to say back the link back to Africa. I'm a black American. I ain't got nothing to do with Africa. That's what I'm standing on.
Ever called Negro?
I never said one word about
black Americans ever called Negro, bro?
I grew up around black Americans. I ain't grew up around no Negroes.
Okay,
but were they ever called Negroes?
This is what I'm trying to tell you. I was born in the 70s. So I grew up around black people, Negroes, Baltimore City. Look it up. Our city is the most percentage.
What's the biggest 65%. What's the biggest black newspaper in Baltimore? What's the biggest black newspaper in Baltimore?
Afro. You had the Afro. You got the Afro. You had the Afro.
Okay, say it again.
You had a couple of them. I don't know
what the fuck. What's the biggest one?
What that got to do with the life of what I'm trying to say that I'm a black American? What that got to do with what that got to do with it?
The Baltimore newspaper, bro. Say it one more time.
The Baltimore Sun? Like the
no, the first one, the other one, the oldest black newspaper. What was it called again?
Man, you look it up. Okay. I ain't no motherfucker. This ain't Jeopardy. This ain't Jeopardy, motherfucker. I said you mad? Why you mad? Because I said I ain't African. You can be African.
No, don't run from that. The biggest
you be African. No, you be African.
American. Did you know?
I grew up around black Americans. I don't know what you talking about. No, nobody wasn't reading that. I don't know what you talking about.
You don't gotta read. I got you.
Take your Pan African ass on.
Nah, not. Take your
look.
Afro-American
You don't gotta read the
ass back
whole
to Baltimore.
speech.
Okay.
Just
You
read
mad
that
at you mad because we saying we black American and you niggas immigrants? That's why y'all mad. Just
Then
be
why
real.
why they name the paper Afro-American?
That's them. I ain't got nothing to do with them. It ain't me.
Those are your
I ain't got
people in
nothing to do with
Baltimore.
that. I ain't make no money. I ain't make no money off of it.
Those
You
are
know
your
what I'm saying?
people in Baltimore.
You can be from a place and not deal with a lot of things you ain't got nothing to deal with.
It was the biggest black newspaper in the country.
The biggest thing I said, I'm a black American. I'm standing on it. We FBA crushing shit. Pan African fell off. Son Netta, y'all let them scam the whole community.
Are you drunk?
What y'all learned from Polite and all them debates? So y'all saying all them people was smart? What he was saying in front of all them debates?
You're the one that saw the videos, right?
No, I ain't see nothing. I'm
How
asking
you.
you.
How you know
I'm
about
asking you. Because you're on the internet. Because he's on the internet.
How you know about Sonetta?
You trying to start an argument because I'm speaking facts.
How you know about Sonetta and you not in New York?
Exactly.
Let's stop. Let's slow it down. It's about building over here, bro. So I
Right.
don't know why you keep referencing all these other people.
I just said if all them debates that
I'm going back to the original
that you watched.
I just want to be clear. The word Negro means a black man, one descended from the African race.
Negro, they got Negro in Spain.
Bro, you didn't want to read. Why you got to interrupt me? I let you speak. I gave you the floor. I can speak back. I'll give you the floor after. You said you want to have a respectful.
Talking to.
I'm asking, can I just finish?
You got the wrong one. I'm telling you what I just said. I said I'm a black American. That's what I'm standing on. I'm not. I just said at the beginning we ain't reading. We ain't got no books and no teachers and none of that.
We just have a conversation. I'm on my panel.
Y'all can read and y'all still ain't nowhere. So what's the problem? All the books y'all read, y'all still ain't nowhere.
You has a school.
Hold on. Don't respond. Don't let them trigger y'all. Don't let them trigger y'all, bro. On Cuba, this platform, this is what we normally do. We're having a discussion. We're reading a definition. If you have something that you want to read or a video you want to play, you can do that.
I'm telling you my definition. I'm telling you.
Somebody's talking, I'm just asking that you don't interrupt them. That's courteous. All right. So can I finish what I was saying and I'll give the floor back to you? Can we do that? Is that possible? We're all men here.
Yeah, but don't make me try to do something that I don't want to do, and I'm not gonna make you do something. I'm standing on what I stand on. Like that's how I grew up. I ain't grow up like trying to be lead with.
Again, you're on the internet. I did not make you join the link. I didn't make you read. I was reading myself. So I finished reading. I asked you. See the verb? The verb was asked. I didn't tell you to read. I didn't demand you to read. I asked you. You responded with saying, I made you. You changed the verbiage. Now you're comprehending something different that was said.
Bro, I said I'm a black American. I'm standing with black American.
You understand we're discussing what the verb asked versus made. I didn't say made you. I didn't demand you. I asked you. I'm not talking dumbass shit. I'm just trying to be very clear with you. If you can't have a respectful conversation, this may not be the area for you.
Hey, you can't respect me, then respect me. I'm gonna respect.
I did respect. That's what I'm saying. Can I finish what I'm saying, and I'll give you the floor? You can say whatever you want. Can I just finish what I'm saying? And you can say whatever you want, and I won't interrupt you. It's just that simple.
All right, then. So if you ask me something, I answer you with my question, and with my answer, that's my answer.
I didn't ask you a question.
All right, then. That's what I'm telling you.
I didn't ask you a question. I didn't ask you a question. Do you recognize that I never asked you a question?
Recognizing nothing. I'm recognizing what I'm telling you.
So you recognizing what you're telling me. So you're recognizing your own speech. I want you to hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm a black American. I don't come from no immigrants. We ain't no immigrants.
I never asked you what you were. So you're answering.
We ain't read no books. We ain't no Pan African. We ain't.
No, you don't read books.
I don't understand. Do you want the floor to just tell here? I'm gonna give you the floor, and you can tell us again that you don't read. You got 3 minutes. You can say whatever you want. Nobody's gonna interrupt you. And then we're gonna talk. Is that cool? Is that something we could do?
Yeah.
Okay, you got the floor. It's 2 minutes. You got it.
All right. This for all you silly ass Pan Africans that was following Polite, a pedophile, Sonetta, a scammer, Garfield, a scammer, Shaka Utmost, gay and a scammer and a pedophile. Man, y'all community is so disruptive to the black Americans. It's a shame that some people even acknowledge that bullshit. Like That shit is crazy, man. And it's like it's a sickness to our stomach. That's why we delineating from you sick motherfuckers, man. Because the community that y'all always this 5%, 5 Nation, y'all always go off of these quotes. Oh, did you listen to what Dr. Ben said? He said, go by the sky and just sit there and wait for a bird. Get the fuck out of here, man. Nobody ain't going for all that dumbass shit. This 2025, niggas in the hood, chilling, living life, making money, getting businesses, helping each other out, and building with each other you know. You can't build with people you don't know on the internet. All you can do is talk shit and scam and do whatever. Whatever people do, that's them. But FBA, y'all can't touch it. Y'all dropped the ball. For all you smart niggas that went to college, read books, look where it got you. Nowhere. Shame of the internet. The conscious community is the shame of the internet. What community where all these people come from that's pedophiles, scammers, and just crazy weirdos? Like, I never seen no shit like this in my life. Like, it's funny as shit. Like, they were so smart at first. Yeah, God. Yeah, brother. Yeah, this. Yeah, you see Egypt? Did you see back in 1600? Yeah, that's facts. Show us up. Show us up. All that shit got y'all nowhere. Source up. Source up for what? What the fuck y'all gonna do with the source? You can't eat the motherfucker. Can't eat out the motherfucker. Or what y'all was doing, selling paperwork, credit repairs, scamming with that, acting like y'all fixing people's credits, getting donation, cash apps, all types of weirdo shit, begging people for money. Like, the conscious community was just a shame. It was just like a one panhandling community, just full of sickos and weirdos. Like, niggas messing with their girls and the daughters. Like, Shaka Utmost, one of y'all teachers, had he was messing with the girl and then he messed with the daughter. And then Sonetta put it on his own page. Like, they was putting each other out there. You got Inky selling water that almost killed Sonetta. You got sick people in this community. Like, FBA, we just sitting back chilling because we got the swag. We got Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson. Like, can another country in this world give me a Michael Jordan or a Michael Jackson or what we've been giving the world for all these years? Like, I want to know. I need answers. Give me a Jamaican, a Trinidadian, a Cuban, like, and y'all come over here and cosplay like Dr. Umar. He an agent. He a Cuban the whole time, acting like he was a Black American. Sonetta was acting like he was a Black American. He Dominican. Polite. Inky Haitian. Like, they tried to infiltrate our community and act like they was us and tried to sell us all this bullshit, going to the Chinese people in New York on Fordham Road, getting all them cheap-ass medicines and selling this shit on the internet for high. Like, come on, man. I know the game. Fuck is wrong with these niggas, man? Better check the status. All you gotta do is Google oldest rich Baltimore, Terrell Allen. Check the history. Niggas dealing with a real one. That Pan-African shit out of here, man. Fuck out of here. Talking about some books. Read this. Niggas be reading court cases. Niggas be helping niggas get home. And then you niggas helping niggas get home with all that information? Hell no. None of you niggas ain't helping nobody get home. All that information y'all know. Fuck out of here. Fucking weirdos. Fuck the whole community up. Scamming for years. Then Q-Buddy, you was calling the scammers out. Then you went back over there. Then you just went back up there with Tommy Sotomayor. After you was just with the niggas that just smacked them. And the niggas was from Baltimore that smacked them. And you was in the middle of them acting like a girl. Come on, bro. Like, what we doing here? Like, really though? Like, what we doing? Like, you niggas is crazy. You niggas better come down Baltimore and get some heart. Like, straight up. Like, you niggas is weirdos out here talking that Pan-African book shit. Nigga, I learned off of my eyes, nigga. Uncles, big homies in the hood taught you about life, taught you about morals and principles, how to be a man, how to take care of your family, how to do the right thing. Y'all niggas up here talking about some old 1800, 1569. Like, what the fuck? I go in there, Grandma, yeah, you know, back in Egypt, 1655, yeah, on the wall. Like, boy, you don't get the fuck out of here, that dumbass shit. Like, come on, bro. Oh, man, y'all niggas want to live good and teach other people and don't want them to come up. As soon as other people come up, y'all niggas get mad. Oh, he doing this, he doing that. Everybody else was doing it. All them other niggas was doing it. Y'all niggas wasn't saying nothing, pressing up on them niggas. Y'all niggas supposed to dealt with niggas like polite. Y'all niggas supposed to smash them niggas. He running around. Y'all niggas fanboys. Fucking fanboys. Fuck out of here. Talk to me about no fucking books. Yeah, y'all can say hurt people, hurt. Y'all got all the right slogans, but the wrong message. Hurt people, hurt people. He don't have no knowledge. You know, yeah, why I gotta have knowledge to live life, nigga? I'm living life. Ain't nigga the internet. Y'all niggas on here trying to make peace like y'all doing something. Pan-African been around. Pan-African started by Europeans.
I don't mean to interrupt, sir. Hold on, one quick question. Did you just say you don't need knowledge to live life?
I said, say it again.
Did you just say you don't need knowledge to live life?
I said I learned life by my eyes.
No,
that's knowledge. That's knowledge.
Okay, keep going. Just wanted to be clear.
Stop trying to get some of my words up. You went to college and you did the right thing. That's cool, bro. We still get kicked. It ain't nothing wrong with that. You got all types of people out here. Why y'all trying to shame? And then it's crazy because all they do is go at the poverty of black people. I've been around black people all my life. They've been doing good. Houses, Benzes, cars, shops, all types of shit. So I don't know what type of black people y'all been around. Like, y'all must be looking at the news and reading books too much. Y'all better get outside and see what's going on for real. That's the crazy part. Oh, don't kind of miss me with all that old other shit, man. All that old trying to beat the nigga up with the words. Y'all mad at a nigga like Tyreek? That nigga, he caught the wave. That's all it is. He caught the wave. He seen what was going on. He seen what was Pan-African. It was about to go down. He seen what was y'all ain't peeped the move. That's y'all fault. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't peeped the move. Y'all help y'all people. That's on y'all. He peeped the move. That's like if we outside and we peep the play, you don't peep it, you miss out. That's on you. You ain't peep it. You ain't had the knowledge. That's knowledge. Man, that's knowledge can gather up 1 million people, $1 million. And you niggas want to talk to me about some 1800 with some motherfucking Arthur Ben John and Hoota and all this old dumbass shit. Like, come on, man. Niggas is tripping. Oh, what world y'all niggas living in? Like, y'all niggas stuck back in the 90s. That's what's wrong. Y'all New York niggas wearing them big ass jeans and hats, FUBU and shit. Yeah, out here in Baltimore, we was slick. We was wearing Rockport shoes and shit, Gore-Tex shoes and shit. You know what I mean? Kohans and shit. Like, yeah, we was on our slick shit when we was young. Coogee sweaters and shit. Like, y'all niggas.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I didn't mean to interrupt you again. Did you just say Rockports?
Yeah, the shoe kind, Pro Walkers, the low cut ones, cream ones. Yeah, look them up. Yeah, we was wearing shoes when we was teenagers. That's how much money we was getting. Like, niggas on here talking that dumbass shit. I never joined nothing. No Nation of Islam, no 2%, no Moors, no none of that shit. All that shit was stupid. No Boy Scouts, no nothing. We ain't had no gangs growing up in Baltimore. Gangs just came around like 2000. We grew up blocks, neighborhood, love. Treat your neighborhood right. Take care of your neighborhood. That's how we grew up. Don't let nobody come around here and harm nobody. Shit like that. I mean, get your cars, get your girls. You know what I mean? Go out, get something to eat to a restaurant. Go to Benny Hanna's, get something to eat. You know what I mean? Sit down, cross your legs. That's what we used to say. Sit down, cross your legs, get something to eat, treat yourself.
Just a quick question: is Benihana's FBA food?
I mean, you ain't. So you saying all we gotta do is eat FBA food? That's what you saying?
Actually, I made a question, not a statement.
I'm saying you saying that's all we gotta eat is FBA food. Of course, Benihana's ain't FBA food. Like, come on, bro. What's the problem with FBA? You mad? What's the problem really? Why you really mad at FBA though? Like, cause it just took over the internet. It just blew up so fast, and now black people woke up and they ain't let nobody get over on. You see how many people got shut down messing with FBA? The girl from South Africa, the Essence Festival. Did you see the immigrant in Iowa superintendent? Do you want these type of people around your kids? He got caught over here illegal. You for illegals over here hurting kids and doing all types of wicked stuff. That's what you telling me, huh, bro?
No, I was just curious of why you're FBA, but you eat in tether food.
I eat what kind of food I want. I'm in my country. I'm in America. This is my country. Do what I want here.
Okay, got it.
That's the privilege of a black American. We do what we want here.
How's that working out?
You feel me?
That's what I was about to ask.
How's that working out in Baltimore? Honestly, I'm not.
Oh, you live in Baltimore when you're young, you move out of. See, you get taught by your old ones. You live in Baltimore when it's traditions. You live in Baltimore when you're young. You save your money up. You and your family move out the county. You move to Baltimore counties. That's how you progress. Then your next family coming up. Everybody keep coming up. You keep bringing everybody up. Everybody got to start from somewhere.
I'm curious. No, seriously, I'm curious. Why do you have to move?
Because neighborhoods change over years. No neighborhood never stays the same. Everybody moving. Neighbors coming in. You might have a house. You renting a house out to your nieces and your nephews. They in the neighborhood because they used to the neighborhood. Because that's where they grew up at. That's where family tradition at. So they say.
You got. I just want to be clear. Do you recognize you got 13 minutes? It's like 80 people watching. You got 13 minutes for the floor by yourself. It was that fair?
I'm good. I just told you what I stand on. I'm just letting y'all know what it is.
I'm just saying, is that clear? Is that fair? We gave you.
It's nothing that that y'all can really say that can really stand on up with Pan African and FBA even. It's nothing.
Can you hear the question? Could you be responding to stuff that nobody asked you?
That's called delusion.
I mean, you can say what you want, but there's nothing you can stand on because when the points I can come from with that.
We're not talking about standing on anything right now. We're not even talking.
So what we talking about?
I asked you, do you feel like you was able to, talk? Was it fair that we gave you the floor?
Oh yeah, that was fair. I mean, you ought to. You gave a white boy your whole 8 hours. Like, that's crazy.
Most of our platforms, most white people never get a chance to come over here. So
I ain't never seen no white boy like that over here. Never.
That's beautiful, but you mostly see black people over here. That's a fact.
Man, y'all just want to admit. I just want to come over here and just to say y'all community just want to admit on the internet that y'all failed the black community. Pan African has failed the black community. You got, even if you go way back when Herbie Herbstein, the dude that was with he come over here, he put down he was white as status.
Hold on, we gave you 13 minutes.
Listen, he put down he was white as status, bro.
Going forward, we gave you 13 minutes. In order to engage in the rest of the conversation, if you need more time, you want to go up and have your speech and stuff, and you can do that.
I'm good.
Here, we have to have a dialogue. So when somebody else talks, you let them finish, and we source it. Do you have a problem with us sourcing what we say? Whatever we're talking about. If we're talking about cards right now, should we source what we're stating on stats? If we're talking about basketball, should we use sources for our opinion, or should we just say whatever we feel? Scottie Pippen was the greatest basketball player of all time.
That's your opinion.
All right, so now can we move from opinions and use stats and sources?
So how you gonna use a source on saying this? What I'm telling you, this is what I'm getting at. How can a person that's family not from this country even tell me about a source from this country?
I'm literally just asking you.
No, I'm asking you.
By
I'm
reading,
asking you that. I'm being honest.
reading, maybe watching
I want to
TV.
be. That's why I'm asking you about a source. It doesn't matter whatever we're discussing. We have sources in our conversation, so we don't do the opinion stuff. We can place opinion in a conversation for opinions, but other conversations that depend on facts, we source facts here. Whether you're FBA, Pan
But
African,
you said you got the source, but I don't see how come they don't got the source to their country.
Listen. It doesn't matter what you're discussing. Listen what I'm saying. It don't matter what you are. You could be a Christian,
I ain't
FBA.
nothing. I'm
Are
not
you
been nothing.
listening? Are you listening? I'm not just talking about you. I'm talking about anybody going forward in the conversation right now. We have to have sources in the conversation. If that's not something you want to do, this will probably be the time when you can leave. But going forward, if you choose to stay, you're going to be embarking in a conversation where we use sources and we read, so that way we can get a greater understanding. If you don't like that point, it's cool. I respect it. Not everybody wants to read. Not everybody.
All right, we can do that long as the person that we talking to, if family that's from here, if the family from out the country, they got a source for their country and their history, and I can source up for this country and my history. They can't source up for this country. They can't play both sides because I only got one side I can play with.
So I just want to be clear. Depending on what we're talking about,
I don't play that
pause
shit.
is going to be
Grown
played.
men
The
over here.
source is going to be coming.
You should.
Hold up. I just want to be clear. We're discussing the usage of sources. So whatever we're reading, if you have an issue with it, then you would have to just be quiet at that point.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Disrespectfully. It don't matter who it is. That's for anybody. We discussing religion. Everybody got to bring up sources. We discussing basketball. Got to bring up sources. Bring up sport. Whatever it is. We do. And I know because I never heard you say that you had an issue with sources. I just want to be clear.
Sources. Oh, fuck.
If that's something that not everybody's cool and wants to do that. I'm being as clear as possible with you so you can be very clear. This is how we engage in dialogue over here, conversations.
Oh, all right.
I just got a quick question. Hold on, FBA, you can answer it. I mean, I want Q to answer it first, and then maybe you want something to add to it. But speaking of sources, is there another source for Polite, Shaka, Almost, Inky, and all the other people named outside of YouTube? And also, do you need eyes to see those things? Q? Are you aware of another source outside of YouTube for the names I just mentioned?
Twitter. Yeah, no.
Okay, so one would probably have to watch those videos to be aware of them?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, FBA, you go.
Yeah, you gotta watch the internet just like I had to watch this to get on here. What you saying? I'm telling you how the community, the Pan-African, I watched the Pan-African community scam, rape little girls, you know what I mean, and take old people, women money, lots of women money, hurt mad women. Y'all niggas sit around ain't do nothing. Like, come on, man.
You just said you watched it though.
But just
I'm not Pan-African.
Let's be
you
clear.
Pan-African.
Let's be clear, right? So one thing that happened on the internet, right? For a moment,
you exposed Garfield for credit scamming, and then you went right back over there with the niggas.
While I'm talking, remember I just said we got to let everybody finish. So, right? So we're discussing the community. One thing that happened with battle rap in the early point, everybody thought a battle rapper was associated to Smack DVD.
I don't look at battle rap.
I'm just using that as an analogy. And that wasn't the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how a lot of people took it. It took a while for people to understand there's different leagues and different groups. It just got summarized into one group.
Yes, see, that's why I'm trying to tell y'all it's two different communities interaging with each other now.
You can't have the conversation if you just responding to words. You got to listen to the entire sentence. I just said the entire sentence. So what you saw and what you were just stating for minutes, that you saw as the conscious community, for many other people, it was not that. So when you say Pan-Africans, I don't understand Pan-Africanism with anything to do with Sinetta and the people you name. That's why for me, that's not, I'm from New York. Now, for people who are not from New York, if you see it from the internet, you might think all battle rappers are associated to Smack DVD. and you be like, yo, Smack got all of them. It's like, no, that was like 3 different battle leagues that y'all saw that got pulled into one. So what y'all saw with Sinetta, you got Israelites. Polite was a Nubian. I don't know what they are. They got their own crew. They're Dr. York people. Dr. York's not a Pan-African. You know what I'm saying? Neither is Inky. Neither is Polite. Neither was Tazariak. Sinetta was associated to Khalid Muhammad. And that's where the connection to Pan-African, that the blanket of being a Pan-African is very wide because it's based off of how you understand the definition. Black people who come from Africa, who came through the diaspora, have a common lineage. And as much as FBAs talk about lineage, the first people talking about lineage was Pan-Africans. So it's like, so whether we want to have these conversations, how we have it, is just being able to separate certain parts. Like that ain't got nothing.
What year you talking about Cuba and y'all were talking about lineage before us? What year was this?
From the very beginning, in order to be allowed into Francisco Menendez's place, you had to be an African, your lineage. In order to get a separate,
actually, it's called Black History, and our first book was written in 1841. So that's the lineage. I don't understand what the misconception.
So all these people was down. All these people was down south fighting. All these people down south fighting.
Actually, no. Black people did just not live down south.
Yeah, see, they ain't the ones we talking about.
Hold on, bro. Because you listen. Hold on, seriously. Because you made that mistake early on. You have to realize that most of us, but not all black folks were down south.
Yeah, the ones that come from out the country wasn't down south. That's self-planatory. If you just got here, everybody from black. That's back in the day. If you was in the United States, you came from down south. Unless your family just got over here, like the Irish and Italian.
That's not true. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's not true.
It is true. Everybody immigrants, but us. What are you talking about?
What I'm telling you is there were black people outside of the South.
I know that.
The Underground Railroad literally went up north.
And it was funded by black people.
Hold on, but let's be clear. Before even the Underground Railroad, there were black people in the north.
Of course.
When y'all saying black, when y'all saying black, everybody that's black, black got a brown tone, they ain't black, bro. That's where y'all getting it mixed up.
Black though.
Yeah, black American is a black American. Everybody else has got a country they come from.
No. You see, again, you gotta.
They were in America.
Yeah, I know you might be used to the other way other panels go. We don't operate like that over here. Not everybody over here is a Pan-African. You know what I mean? But for the way you handle the information, it's just as easy as reading it. You don't want to read it. So if you don't want to read, then that creates a space where there's no understanding. And
you can't tell me what I don't know, and I can't tell you what you don't know. You can't do that, bro.
No, you see, you go.
I didn't know there were black people in the north.
You said you don't want to read.
So put me up some information where immigrants was down south helping all the black Americans.
You see, again, that's not what we were discussing.
Show me where they was down there in the south.
You bring in the convo with that. We wasn't even
where all the stuff started at, where everything was kicked off at.
Can you stay on topic?
No.
Remember I said before, this is challenging.
That's what FBA is. This was y'all getting mixed up.
FBA. We're not discussing FBA anymore. We gave you 13 minutes. I asked you if you want to get on the floor and talk again for another 10 minutes, but going forward, we have conversations and we have it respectfully as best as possible. We use sources.
Right, because you was talking about the pan, you was talking about the community. That's why I was trying to tell you all of it was fake. They was scamming, all that information was false.
And you watched all the videos.
That's not what we were just talking about. Right now, we were discussing the North. The North, black people, free black people in the North, above Delaware, Maryland, existed. And those are the ones.
And enslaved. Not just free, and enslaved.
Facts.
Yes, that's what we're discussing. That's a fact. Now, either you want to read that fact or you don't. That's something where we are right now. But that's
so who y'all consider FBA is? People that come from out the country?
We're not discussing FBA.
I'm trying to get an understanding here because this like, we going to go around the bush.
The reason why you don't get understanding, you keep changing the verbs and the nouns. The conversation is black people who were in the North, either whether they were enslaved or not enslaved, pre-1865. That is what we were discussing. So if you can
came from the South. They came from the South.
Incorrect.
You came from the South. And the
Incorrect.
people that just came over here, if your family, where your family from?
America.
All right, man.
So let me show you. So you like, and I'm Truth put me on it. I love this video. I gotta do it. Yo, Truth, we gotta do like 10 videos on Ruggles.
On what? On which one?
David Ruggles. Like he's the legend, bro. Like this is my go-to card for like every one of these. He was born in Connecticut.
Yes, and he had a hospital and all of. He had the first black grocery store and first black bookstore in America.
And this is in the land of the blacks in New York City. And he's the one that paid for Frederick Douglass education, Harriet Tubman, and
Frederick Douglass was married in his house. Keep going, brother. Married in his house.
This is right here. This
right there, right where you are.
Right where I'm standing. This is the video.
Frederick Douglass was married.
A black man who came here from Connecticut at 17 years old. David Ruggles is not mentioned on this wall. But he's a black man that actually created this space. Right here was a place that African black people in America would come in and get freedom. Here, go online and look it up. Underground Railroad Station 36, Frederick Douglass actually came here. Right here. Over 1,000 people came here, were aided in getting their freedom. Right here by the space created by a black man. He had a library. He was creating pamphlets. He was creating books. He was organizing. He created a space for black people to actually come to and get freedom. This is powerful information that you need to know and be inspired at, because the mission has not stopped. Enjoy the history. Make sure you look at this and say, be inspired and say, what do black people need to focus on now to get us to the next level?
That's in the north.
Yep. It's like,
yeah, he gone.
Yeah, I think he ran. I wanted to ask him to define Pan-African.
It's with the eyes. You got to see it through the eyes.
Polite.
Boys, I don't watch none of that and name the whole weekly line.
Yeah, what's good?
Speaking of tethers,
the weirdos left.
Yeah, you came up when the FBA left. You scared? Oh, FBA back. Oh, that's FBA Marley. I ain't read the thing.
Nah, cause people be they be like, yo, Q, y'all be jumping people in the I'm like, no, we gonna show number of respect. We can curse everybody else. I'm like, come on, son. That crybaby should be annoying, son.
And they be lying too.
Cutting people off, talking mad crazy, and you wonder, and they're saying the most outlandish shit.
If you got to freedom in the north, it's because they came through the south to get to the north. Daryl, could you explain that one? I think there's some misconceptions going on. I don't want to misspeak, but there were black people in the north that had, a lot of them never been down south.
Black people got free in the north first, almost
right. But that's
70 years, 80 years ahead of
So before Charleston becomes the major port, it was actually in Rhode Island, and then New York, and then Charleston. The main port first was in Rhode Island. So there's Negroes going through all this before even, you doing all this cotton picking is what's going on. So it's kind of a left out part of the story. And we even learned sometime and had this perception like, oh, everybody was free in the north. Hell no. Plantations all up in Albany and everywhere else.
Yo, I don't read shit. The pure.
That was crazy. Nigga said, nah. What Kelly was saying, he's not get the sources from their country. And I'm going to use the sources from my country. Nigga was making it seem like it was the Olympics or some shit like that. So I'm like, what's he talking about? Sources from their country and sources from his country, and what the fuck was he talking about? Yeah, these niggas is weird, son. These niggas don't really exist in real life, son. In real time.
Marlon, let me ask you a question. You and Q being coconuts, explain this to me because I think. Listen, hear me out. Hear me out. I think
Yeah.
Afrobeats is the problem, and hear
You
me
think
out.
you think what? You think Africans is the problem?
No, Afro beats. And hear me
Oh,
out.
oh,
I'm gonna tell you why. Y'all from
Coming from
Brooklyn.
a
And people
cigar
in the,
smoker.
no, people in the chat will understand as well. So in Brooklyn, y'all like to paint over the fact that there really was wars and tensions between what they call an FBA and coconuts. I grew up in
to
it.
be to be
It's,
well to be
no,
honest to be honest, truth, that probably was going on in like in your era, but I never really experienced that too much growing
right.
up. Like, you
So
know
I'm
what I'm
gonna tell
saying?
you
So
why.
that's
These
Wait, hold on,
yeah.
motherfuckers
Marlon. Hear me
been
out. I'm
around
gonna tell you.
Caribbean
Hold
people,
on, Q.
son. They
I
mad at
promise you.
cab drivers, son.
Right. But
Yeah,
just
the
hear me
matter
out. Just hear me out. You have a common ground that comes about it because cultural links start to be made. One, you living next door to each other. Two, people
Mhm,
start going to Starlight Ballroom and Biltmore and Africa House and everything else. So you got cultural stuff that brings that
mhm,
together, right? We start going
mhm,
to the Jamaican restaurant, Ethiopian taste, selling everybody got a Jamaican weed dealer and all this other
mhm.
intermingling cultures. What is the common ground with the African? Other than the African, I mean, I may need to be half funny, but seriously, like niggas in the hood don't listen to Afro beats,
Shit,
and
they
that's
play
why I
that.
say that. Like,
Nah, it,
where is the
it got
cultural? They don't play basketball. I mean, you coconuts don't really play basketball either. But like, where is the stuff for the kids, or and it's like where they build these bridges culturally is what I'm asking more.
Well, when you drug dealing Panamanians came to America,
There you go, champ.
facts.
There you
This nigga from the Congo. This nigga,
go.
this nigga was the first nigga from the Congo to live in the projects. I never met no nigga from the Congo live in the projects, B. That's like,
eating,
like
eating
this is
fufu in the projects in the
right in
80s
the projects, right? Niggas, FBA
with his
niggas looking at you
hands,
like, what the fuck he eating? Nigga eating
with his
African
hands in the middle
slave
of the
food.
projects.
Yeah. And by the incinerator.
No, but seriously, like you look around, go to 116th or go to certain places. Like I asked this, me and Q always ask them, it's like, where is the cultural whatever
Connection
it is that's from
between
bringing them together?
I think I know what you're talking about. You talking about like you talking about like the interactions between like Africans
Right.
and Black Americans. And I
When
see
I
you say you
think,
Yeah,
hold on. True,
even
true. I was just
intermarrying
true.
and stuff like that.
Hold on. Nah, true. I was just saying this the other day. I was talking to Taz about that too the other day. I had mentioned that. I said, if you ever notice, like when the immigrants from like the Caribbean come over, they easily blend in with Black Americans as opposed to the Africans, but like you know what I'm saying? Like you'll see, like you wouldn't even really know until you be like, oh, where your family from? They'd be like, oh, they from Jamaica or they from da 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 da
Bro,
da. And
do
I
they
was
not
saying
know that
that,
these different languages, bro? You
oh,
got people that come
right,
to
and
Africa that speak no English. That's a barrier, son. Like
right,
that's
that too, that too, that's true too. But even like
That's
too though,
true
too
too.
cute. Hold on, no, that's true too. But hold on. But also, even like sometimes the ones that grow up here, sometimes too, like they have like their own little
Yeah,
sections and
they
shit. Not
stay
all
to
of them. Not
themselves.
not all of them. There's some because it's not all of them, but for the most part. From what I see, son, and in here in America, mostly Caribbean people more or less blend in with Black Americans. And I was telling that to Taz the other, and I think that's because we descendants of slaves. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we have
but it's
that
also,
same type,
but, but,
that same type of that similar, hold on, that same type of similar history in terms of being enslaved and having European last names and, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
having,
Okay, so
go
let me
ahead.
ask you to that point though. So you're saying that may
Yeah.
help with making the cultural bridges easier because we do share some type of Western culture. Y'all just don't wear
Yeah,
shoes.
not even that. Just even the conditions of slavery too. The code, the conditions of slavery. The changing the last names, adopting European religion, um, European language. Like yeah, all of that encompasses that. That's why you think, like I said, when people be like, oh, they family is not that. Was all the FBA that oh, like Biggie's not FBA or this particular person is easier for us if you know this here in New York is much more easier and you can see that even the Caribbeans, they don't have no issues. Well, I would say we don't have no issues with niggas because it's easily blend in, bro. It's blending. Oh, you can hear, and they live in the same communities a lot of
Yeah,
the
but
times.
here you go,
Like if
Marley.
you go, yeah,
You go to Miami though, and you ask the same question. Now, those are straight people off the plantation on either side of that water, right? But that Miami culture came together and and you know what I'm saying? There's plenty of Haitians and Jamaicans and FBAers or whoever down there, and they make that Miami culture unique, right? So you have Africans, West Africans in particular, in these particular pockets, whether New York or Miami or Philly or whatever.
Yeah, because I don't be seeing the Africans like that. Yeah, I don't be seeing the Africans like that. Like, and like growing up, maybe it was like one or two, but for the most part, and the only time you would really see like Jamaica, they was like Jamaicans that actually came from Jamaica already. Now I ain't talking about people who family like they came here and they had a kid and they just, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, they're American now. I'm talking about like those they will have their own little cliques or crews or whatever the case is. So, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part though, niggas was blending in. Like even you look at all of the old school rappers, Big Daddy Kane family, and that nigga Trinidadian,
Okay.
KRS-One family, Trinidadian. Like
Yeah,
you know
but
what I'm saying?
if it's among youth culture, here's a question. If it's among youth culture where this is probably supposed to happen, right? Or typically happens, right? Well, Afro beats and Timbs and all them other ones had a nice 5-year run, but I don't necessarily hear that playing in the PJs. You're gonna get ones and twos. You understand what I'm trying to be that?
I say, but Afrobeats, but a lot of FBAs.
Drill music was Afro, like drill music got reggae, like that shit went all over that bass in it.
Yeah,
that bass music that everybody was using from the UK. That version of drill music that went to the Bronx. That's all. It's mad. All of that shit blended together. You listen to Dominican, then that Dominican music shit sound like hip hop.
Yeah, true. Right. Even hold on. Even Houdini, Jive Records.
Yeah,
that's dope. That's European London electro.
Oh yeah. I Mantronics and the whole bit. Yeah, I'm with you, Dev. I'm just saying. I'm just asking in particular because I'm interested in things. Either sports sometimes that does it, or
we never like disown or say we didn't want to have nothing to do with music with origins wasn't in the United States though.
No, that's not what I'm saying either. Because Stevie Wonder got concept albums out the whole bit. I'm with you. I'm not.
Hold on, hold these people real quick. Who's the man in the who's the man?
I don't know if man gonna make it.
I'm right here.
Who's that? Who you?
I am the man in the high castle.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Reverend Green. Mr. Reverend Green, aka Captain FBA.
Who's V-Note the most?
What it do?
What up? On FBA business, what it do? Full-blooded Americans, foundational, what up?
All right, hold on, bro. Who's V-Note? V-Note?
Yeah, he said that's not no FBA. He said that's Abo.
Yeah, that's V-Note.
Yeah.
Who V-Note? Y'all know V-Note?
Yeah, I think we've been up here before.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Hey, but do y'all consider yourself FBA or do y'all consider yourself somewhere from like another country or something?
Another country?
Yeah. I love this country. I ain't fleeing nowhere.
Only two options. That's wild, boy.
Huh?
I ain't fleeing or relocating to no country other than this.
I just want to be clear. Everything that dude ranted about had nothing to do with what was on the street. It was only and 100% only on the internet and nowhere else. So let's just be clear about that.
Hold on, what you talking about on the streets? What you talking about?
FBA lineage is offline, sir.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Respectfully.
Yeah, the only problem with that is you're not able to show it. Like you can't go outside right now and show me something that would be translated into FBA. I'm not saying
because we codified, sir. We codified. We on code, sir.
Exactly. I think in my mind that I can turn Michael Jackson and Michael Jordan and all them other names that he mentioned and just even though they don't have nothing to do with it. You'll just say it, and then we're supposed to go along with it, straight like that.
I was asking you. I mean, you know, and
Even
anybody else
y'all tethers
in
want to
the
be
NIL.
FBA.
All right, hold up,
Tethers kind.
bro. Just coming on the panel,
What?
just respond. We're
This
not gonna do
round
that.
2, Q. Go ahead now.
We're not doing that. Vino, you had a question for the panel?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That everybody that's really from America and it ain't saying they FBA, I'm trying to see, are they saying they from another country? Or why they not claiming the FBA if it's like a black thing that's for Americans?
Because the person who made it was a lame. We don't fuck with him.
Damn.
What's up? Is that the whole panel perspective and
That's my
the whole
perspective.
chat? Okay. But do it make it fake?
Being a black American and being FBA is no. Being a black American is what that is. Like the understanding that there needs for explicit language based off of certain types of resources, certain type of servicing. That's been the case. That's been the same way this dude up here was talking about he don't want to go to college. The conversation started in colleges in the 90s because you had black people coming from Africa getting grants for black Americans, and the colleges were purposely going after Africans to fill their quotas. It wasn't Africans writing letters to America saying fuck black Americans. No, it was white people saying fuck black Americans. But for some reason, niggas want to talk about the Africans who were living in the middle of nowhere, wherever the fuck they was at, and got a free ride to college and food and shit. And you like, oh, they shouldn't have did it. I don't know where that conversation is.
All those beautiful colleges in the motherland. All those beautiful universities in the motherland.
I muted you for a reason. It's the same
Hold
reason.
on. So were you saying that? Hold on. So you saying that? That the black people shouldn't have been saying something if the Africans was getting the grant and they wasn't getting the grants? Is that what you're saying?
No, I said that's where the conversation started.
Okay, so like if that's where the conversation started, if you're saying that's what is that a bad thing for the blacks to speak up?
Speak to the white man, though.
I never gave an opinion of it. I just said that that's where it started. I said what I gave an opinion was the person who came up with the term FBA, Tariq Nasheed.
Okay, so if we know where the root started at, that should definitely give, the people that's over here more thing to be like, okay, yeah, this is FBA, right?
The conversation for explicit servicing, they already handled that. The explicit thing is the conversation where it's at. So if you're talking about them changing the language on the census, they've already started to change that. If you're talking about college grants, they've changed that 15 years ago, 20 years ago when the article got. That sound like if we're talking about representation, then you're talking about marketing. And I don't think that the way that Tariq Nasheed is going about doing it makes sense, because some of them, you have extremely influential people who are black who came to America who, for whatever reasons you may not agree with them, have gained high levels of notoriety. And so to me, in my professional opinion, it would make more sense to try to educate as many black people as possible, because they are going to end up coming in this country. So we don't want them to end up being super Sambos and coons. It makes more sense us educating as many black people as possible so they understand our plight in the country and how to align with us in the country. Because when they get in the country, they're going to be seen as one of us. Would you disagree?
No, I definitely agree with that. I definitely understand that. So your perspective is just that Tariq is, really not a good person, and you're not supposed to follow as far as that terminology, what he talking about.
Yeah, neither is, I don't fuck with.
Yeah, it ain't just him.
It's not just him. Yeah, there was also, Yvette Cornell. Wasn't it Yvette Cornell when she came with ADOS? Remember, she had the whole white wife when she came with ADOS.
Facts. And it's a whole lot of us on the ground and on the internet that say we're FBA and will also say we don't read and don't give a fuck about knowledge. Like, this is what we just heard.
Well, I can see people kind of saying that if we can, I guess, go back in history and see that they was lying about certain stuff, it's kind of say that anything that they said is the truth. So it's like I
Base-
don't believe nothing that they say now. So I can see somebody saying that.
But no, it's FBAs that document things. Plenty of stuff. It's plenty of stuff that can't be refuted. That's just ignored.
Yeah, we got plenty of our own history to read. Like, I have no problem with the identity conversation. It's the other parts of the conversation that have immaturely went left. And while the world is working on trying to be a global system, and groups are organizing and amalgamating to create super groups, we're creating super non-groups. It makes no sense from an economic or political perspective for Black people not to be trying to find a way to work together, and Black Americans not leading the conversation. Or whichever group wants to lead the conversation. To me, Caribbean Black should be leading, Black Africans should be leading, and Black Americans. We all should be. White folks is laughing at us having these arguments about fucking jack shit.
Hold your own nuts.
I'm pretty sure that, I mean, we all gonna hook up on some business. I mean, if it's business, I really wouldn't think that saying that somebody is the FBA or saying that somebody is from another country would mess up business if niggas was really handling business. But I guess just the perspective of saying, okay, hold on, that it's a difference between us two. I mean, because that's the only thing that I was getting from, like, if there was any type of benefits or anything that was going to be coming to certain Blacks within America, I would be thinking that the people that was already here be the first ones in line type stuff.
You fall in the logical box. Nobody up here is going to have an issue with explicit representation and servicing. Like, that's not, that's a very, I mean, it's very basic. It's a woman's shelter for a reason. You know what I'm saying? There's a Black American. You're not a Black American. You just got here 20 years ago. Why the fuck are you applying for this grant? You know what I'm saying? This is basic shit. This is not even 5th grade conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is everything else is what makes the conversation something else.
Okay. All right.
You know what I mean? You also got the FBA group has been infiltrated with, I'm an Indian, I'm not African. And then you also got the, I hate Africa, so I'm an FBA. Fuck it.
Right. And I want to say about that too. Remember, we've been having Black people, whatever we was calling ourselves, we always had that little segment that's like, I'm not associated with no African nothing. I don't want no unity nothing. Like, that's the people that don't do shit and ain't really useful for nothing anyway, regardless of what we calling ourselves, what we trying to go for. They not coming to no meetings. They not putting up no bread. They don't read.
Well, I think
This
it
is
got
lineage based.
so much, that it been so much name calling and kind of like disrespect that, you know what I'm saying, that niggas really can't get past that part.
All right, look, this is the thing too. We know that is a reality, but I'm gonna ask you the question that was posed to me. How many times you personally have somebody from the continent or somebody from the Caribbean gave you the, I'm not Black, I don't fuck with Black Americans, you are a kata? How many times that happened to you?
Nah, I mean, well, I ain't never really got that. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
then there you go. That's the end of the conversation. See?
No, but I have had conversations, I guess, with some Africans.
You can't say it happened to you 0 times, because at the end of the day, your anecdotal experience is still just a tiny thing and is not that significant. But if even your anecdotal experience, it is, you could count on one hand or something, then it's like, bro, you can't buy into that. You can't speak on that. Our focus need to be racism in the white man.
I mean, I don't think it's racism for, you know what I'm saying, somebody that's, I guess, a Black American, and I guess they people's always been here, and I guess they feel like that they people's always been here, and I guess whenever they have a conversation with somebody else, another Black person that's not really from here, and that Black person is saying, well, we the same or something like that. It's like, hold on, I think that's where that conversation come in. It's like, nah, it's a difference. You repping something way different than what we repping. And like,
all right. Now look, we FBA, right? All our history, for the most part, our families and all of our ancestors trace back to this country. So
what? We from this country. We indigenous.
Look, all right. Look. Okay. Who's been the biggest enemy to any indigenous, FBA, ADOS, anything you want to call yourself? Who's been the biggest enemy to the groups of any melanated person anywhere on the planet?
Yeah, definitely the white man, or somebody that's not
That's the
black.
key, though. But that's the key. We got to zero in on that, and we finding this FBA thing has been used mostly as a new excuse to not fight the white man. Just the same as Democrat or Republican, the same as, oh, I'm a Christian and you banging on religion. All of that set tripping in these labels is just an excuse to not
FBA is not a
actually
group.
do work.
It's not a group.
But I thought that the FBA came from, I guess, trying to make a difference between blacks as far as talking about reparations and
Okay, so
payback for the blacks that was already over here that was
But
enslaved.
there's no.
now
If you
perfect.
look, real quick,
Name
Isaiah,
something tangible
hold,
as
but,
far as the
but hold on,
fight
Isaiah,
for
real quick,
reparations.
right there though, not to cut you. If you look at the studies that were done for reparations, it literally says that in every single study, and it does not mention FBA. So either we're talking about what the study says and we're superimposing the internet terminology on it, but it doesn't have any, it literally been the same terminology. Even if you go back to HR one from the 80s, it said for black people who experience atrocities in America, Black America.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they talking about. That's
But it
what.
wasn't never no label though, right? Like it wasn't never no. It was just Black Americans.
No, it's always in reparations is and any punitive damages is always explicitly tied to the person who went through the situation. That's the law. So there's no getting around that. You just can't pop up from Africa 20 years ago and be like, yo, I'm suing America for Jim Crow.
Yeah, we know that, but
you can't bring up
the
reparations.
FBA terminology in that label is that representing the lineage and saying, okay, I come from this foundational Black America, and if y'all start handing out reparations, these people should be the first ones in line before anybody.
Specifically,
that goes back to political education. That's what I'm saying. To me, if we're focused on the fact that there's going to be people from the Caribbean who are black and people from Africa who are black who are going to come to America and enter the political arena, we need to be mindful of those type of people that can end up being against us. But we should also understand that the political arena is filled and has been filled with black FBAs who are against black FBAs.
Facts.
Well, I think they doing that
do we agree on that? Do we agree?
Just to protect their job and not protecting the whole FBA.
I thought FBA was riders though. I thought that was our culture. We can't give that excuse. If you're gonna get in that arena, you got to do something for black people.
Right.
And they got to see it. I think that's some of the, I'll take the L on Pan-Africans, but I won't take the L on black people because I'm going to say it on white folks, but we also got to take a kind of yo, we went with the shits. The Sambo
bro, we delineating, all right?
Deal with it. Hold on, bro. You're doing too much. So taking accountability in the sense that the reality that people see for much of the successful black people isn't centered on blackness. It's centered on being a part of America. It's centered on being a part of the system. So if you see a black person coming from another part of the country and following the Sambo class, we got to understand we represent part of that Sambo class. So they're coming here joining the police department. They're coming here not saying, I don't want to be a Malcolm X. They don't see Black America screaming Malcolm X. They don't see Black America screaming F the government. This is what they see Black America being widely involved in the country as it is.
Facts. Another problem too, we don't have enough set up as FBA that when they do come over here, because they come over here every year for the student visas, work, all these different reasons, they coming over here by the millions. So if we know this, we should have something set up, some sort of system where when they do pull up, it's like, yo, this is the lay of the land. You know, this is what you need to know. This who we voting for in this district because they live in that area. Things like that get them caught up politically. All these different things to try to get them aligned with us, but to damn near blanketly label all of them as tethers and all of this stuff, talking about them fleeing and all this crazy, making fun of them, like that's dumb as fuck, and that's what FBA is doing.
Right, but that's why I said I think it just kind of just got caught up in the name calling and dissing from, I guess, people having a conversation and saying, hold on, it's a difference. And just like I said, but I didn't have conversations with, I guess, a couple of Africans that was, not on the internet, but like on some, I guess just some, and it was kind of like, it kind of got I ain't gonna say it got disrespectful or nothing like that, but it was like we wasn't agreeing. You know what I'm saying? So, that can happen. But yeah, I guess that's just part of, I guess, conversations and shit. That's just how niggas be moving over here in the States. Niggas always got some jokes or on this or something like here. So that's just what we do. Like, right, we gonna be a little, we're gonna put a little, a comedy in there, a little humor in there,
But you just caught in the crossfire. Like, I can't even put you in the box with, you know what I mean, the rest. Like, cause this dude shot, somebody jumped out the window, said we indigenous, we here. Those were the ones that be starting to smoke. Then you got the ones that's like Israelites, Muslims, something like that, and I don't know what they are, but they don't like Africa, and they be like FBA, fuck Africa.
FBA versus everybody.
Yeah, those two, that's the two that's inside.
I voted for this.
Man, I be feeling like it was, black people here, yeah, some black people came up, but I feel like it was black people here whenever they first came over here. I mean, that's kind of hard to say that black people was moving all across the world 100,000 years ago and they never came over here. That'd be crazy.
If we're gonna accept that the word black is a descriptor created by white people, then we also got to accept that white people had other descriptors for the people that were here. Like, that's the part that gets confusing. Like, if we're gonna, like, I don't know what the fuck we called ourselves, but I know we're arguing what white people, use, and white people describe black people as Negroes since the 1450s, and they explicitly describe the people of this area as they mistake them as Indians or whatever they was, but they weren't. Like, we're not just. I don't think there's a debate over if they were melanated or if they had color. Like there's no argument there. But these are two different.
Well, I'm saying they getting the term Indian and Aboriginal for the fact that they was found over here and they part of the inhabitants, and that's just the automatic terminology for the people that's found over here. It's the Indian perspective. That's why you see, I guess back in history, where they saying, well, these is black Indians and stuff like that on primaries.
Yeah, but
let me add on respectfully.
Which era?
See what?
Which era you join? Like,
I got a question about the Indian.
I want to add on respectfully.
Yeah, bro.
One of the oldest euphemisms for black before the United States was implemented and established, and afterwards is savage. So when they go out west, there was no civilization. There was no people, just savages. They were inhuman. See, the Mormons, they have a lot. The Mormon Church has a lot of the database of what they encounter. And if you look at their oral history and their text history of what they said they have found or discovered when they came west and invaded west, they found FBA.
I don't know.
That's exactly what they found. We was already here, bro. We was here before slavery, bro.
So
you got any sources for that?
So part of like what this goes into what I was just saying. So we tend to tell stories in history, convoluting multiple layers of colonialism. Like the French were in the middle of the country, the Spanish were in the west side. You had black people who got their freedom with Spain and moved wherever the fuck they wanted to move in New Mexico, in Texas, and in California This is 400 or 500 years that this been happening. So you have the British who now are going to the West, which you're telling a British perspective, and they're seeing people who have amalgamated with these peoples already. And then you're using the different terminologies to make sense of their history based off of a British perspective. So a British person's going to see a black Indian and say they're a black Indian because they know that this black person had sex with Indians.
Well, what about the perspective when the British have put out within, I guess, one of their children books within the 1700s, where they're saying that black means black man and woman from the warm countries, and at the
What
same
about the
time,
starving children across Europe? Huh?
hold on,
No one
and at the
cares.
same time, and this is at the same time, they going around the world discovering places where they
But
are
do you
are
recognize that
putting are putting
1700
are putting are putting some
is
African terminologies on the
this is
people that they're finding in different
okay,
parts of the world.
that happened. They
Learn
also
that
had the tendency of
terminology.
doing that with religious texts, but you also recognize that that is 300 years after the Spanish were already here. 250 years, like the 250 years after the Spanish have already been here. Francisco, like Gaspar Younger was in New Mexico for 200 years. That area already where you're talking about. The black man who led Spanish people to Mexico, who died in Mexico, and the other blacks that were with them were there for 200 years prior to the story you're talking about. That's what I mean. Like, this is the colonial history. Like that's it. We can't superimpose when you have to compare and contrast and also understand how they impact each other. The
That's what I'm
usage of the
saying.
word Negro, the caste
That's what I'm
system.
saying. So when they going back to when the first white boy or the first European to ever see the Pacific Ocean, they first found some some niggas over there within the area before they first seen it. It wasn't no people that they brought over there.
But when you
These
say,
are people that was already there that been warring with the people that been having regular wars with the people that's already there.
but how, all right. So what ocean is underneath the of South Africa?
You say what ocean is up under what the Antarctic Ocean?
Oh God, Jesus!
And Indian Ocean.
Antarctic,
Indian Ocean.
Antarctic,
You say up under?
Bro,
Antarctic,
yeah, yeah.
Oh, no, he say
Time out.
you say up under.
Antarctic.
You say
Could
up
I
under.
add on real quick? Y'all remember the movie and the book as well, 12 Years a Slave. See, Solomon
I
was
never
a
watched.
Solomon was a freed man. All right, he's a freed man. His wife, his children are freed man. But the whole entire time there was slavery going on still. Pay attention to details. What happened to Solomon?
There were freed men in America, black people since Europeans got here.
There was freed men at the same time going
Understand?
onward,
Black
and there was
conquistadors. Hold
slavery
on.
as well
There were
continuing.
black conquistadors.
Bro, there was freed men. Let's
Do you
keep it
understand what I
100.
just
I
said?
just kept it in the
When you're
lens of
saying
what I was saying.
freed
There
men,
was already freed men.
all
All
right.
right. And there was
And
also slavery
agreement.
going on at the same time. So a freed man, just like Solomon, he got sent back into what?
This is we're not making
Slavery.
movie reference.
You got that knowledge, brother.
So we're not doing a
What
movie.
year you talking about, brother?
He
We're
was
talking
spitting
about
What's
a
that.
the year
movie,
time
bro. We're
period?
talking about a movie.
No, it's real. It's a real story, though.
It's
Yeah,
a,
but
it's a
he's not
true
referencing.
story. It's a true story. But your
Yeah.
knucklehead tethers
What
keep
year
on
was it?
trying to play this.
No, because you're
It was
doing
in the
all
1800s
again.
before the Civil War.
So you're
It was
bringing up.
also in New York.
Let's go to the context, right?
Quit playing, y'all.
Vino brought up a story from the 1700s, and I explained to Vino that the Spanish colonialist system was established for 200 years prior to that or more.
Uh-huh.
You bring up somebody in the 1800s.
Hold
Who
on,
wasn't in the Spanish
but
system?
I had also brought up before in the
Stolen.
in the 1500s, whenever they was doing their
Gaspar
discovery,
Younger.
where
Yup.
they found black people over there.
Which people found black people? With
The
the
Spanish.
Spanish?
Yeah,
The Spanish said they found black people where?
Yup.
In Panama.
Where?
In Panama.
Source it.
Everywhere the European went, everywhere the caveman went, everywhere the caveman went, they found us.
That's crazy, man. Cause I gotta leave real quick. That's crazy. I've been live for like
Of course
3
you gotta
hours.
leave. I got a quick question.
Nah, I've been live for 3
Look,
hours. But that shit crazy.
those black people that was found there, what year did they get there?
They don't know what year
Black
they
man traveled through the universe and back.
I'm saying they found the people there, and they said that they try to make up an excuse. Said that they were some Ethiopian pirates where they shipwrecked in the mountains or something like that. Then they also became with
So they
because
made up an excuse.
I gave it an excuse because they said they thought. That ain't
How
a
do you
fact.
know? How do you know what the truth is then? Because that's what the records.
Because they found them over there as a fact.
So they said they were Ethiopians, right?
They said they was
You know, you
pirates.
run this 1,000 times, and now you're saying that they
That's
misspoke.
what they said. They also called them Guineas.
Did they call them Ethiopians though?
They called them. They gave them an African term. That's what I'm saying. They were
Right.
going
So the
around the
people over
world
there were Ethiopian.
finding black people around the world and putting African terms on them.
We're talking about the ones you're talking about. They call them Ethiopians, right? So were they Ethiopians?
No, they wasn't Ethiopians.
But that's what the
But
record
the
says.
truth. I don't. The way he's worded, what he just said, I don't disagree. And he said they were going around the world and they were putting. That's why I said the white folks were putting their prescription, their understanding of what they were seeing in the world based off of their experiences. So they were saying that these people, and that's why I'm not giving up. You, like you said, the melanin part. They were seeing people with melanin and different hues of melanin. So you got Ethiopian, you got West African. They did the same thing when they saw the Negritos. They call them and what's the Negritos in Philippines, right? They did. But they also went back and still held that these were separate people. Now, seeing the phenotype, if you have a cracker, white in a motherfucker with no lips, pointy nose, who never left his country, and the only thing he heard was stories of Africans and Indians and the Bible, because it was just as much you described in that part. You got a bunch of Europeans who thought they were seeing the lost tribes everywhere they went. So we can pull up the 1,500 Europeans thought they were finding Israelites everywhere. They were calling this the lost tribe of Israel, another lost tribe. Those were their points of reference. That's the only thing they had to describe the world they were in.
Okay, so is that the excuse?
That's the reality. That's why some places they went, they call these people from the Bible. Some places they call them Indians. That's why even the usage of the word Indian is a term that's not even applied to that area. They thought they were looking at Indians.
Columbus thought he was in India his whole life. Facts.
You see what I'm saying? So like their terminology was much at many points, misappropriated in some places or put on top of everybody.
Well, just for any. Okay, so would you agree just for any black during that time in the world was considered a slave if they wasn't vetted through their system yet?
No.
Nah. It took a minute till it was till the British. I would say the British kind of introduced. I would put that on the British. I want to say the British to me the ones who introduced that pure white. We are anybody that's not white and this type of Christian or whatever, you're beneath us. Like the church started that shit, but the church didn't have the power to state that. Like the church said, go into Africa. It took 400 years before white people were able to get into the Central Africa. It took 20 years for white people to run through America. Like historically, they could not get past the coast of Africa. The church told them to go into.
But did they automatically look at blacks as pagans back then, just off the look?
The Saracen, it was
pagans and heathens.
You had to have knowledge of the language. So if you spoke Islam, they had the stories that's why they had to go to Lisbon to de-Islamify or whatever the Africans they found, because the Spanish had they had different colonial systems for people. So the Spanish had a statement of saying slavery is not for everyone. Like everybody might have the potential of going through slavery. And so you would not stay a slave perpetually with Spanish slavery. And then if you were Muslim, they had to treat you differently because they just got out of war with Muslims. So That's why they brought him to Lisbon, because they had to make sure that they didn't want to end up with no new ships. That's the reason why they didn't go through the empire that was over there at that time. What the fuck is the name? What's the name of the empire that's over there that was running the East? The Muslim Empire.
Crips?
Huh?
Crips?
The Ottoman Empire, the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman, nigga, the Ottoman.
Yeah, the Ottomans. They didn't want no smoke on that way. So that's, you know what I mean? They didn't want no smoke with Africa. That's why the church didn't go. They found ways to politically sneak into and trade weapons. Weapons was the tool that they used over time to get into Africa. But it wasn't the same thing with the Spanish and what they did in Americas. Americas wasn't. It was one. They had the diseases, they had the weapons, and then of course they had the tribal game. And because much of like the Central America was the way it was organized, that's how from the white people's writings.
And America had no natural resources to exploit like that, so they stayed down there.
Yachty?
Yeah, man, I wish I could have a conversation more, man. I got to get up out of here, man. I'm going to tap back in with y'all on another one, man. Y'all stay tight, man.
Yeah, you good over here, broski. Yo, who's Yodi? Yodi Jones?
Yo, what's good, y'all? Thanks for letting me on the show, bro. I was just listening to y'all talking on the panel, so I just jumped on this, you know what I mean, to add my 2 cents when y'all ready, you know what I mean? But I'm listening to y'all though.
What's your 2 cents?
I was kind of agreeing with bro. I forgot who was talking. But he was basically talking about the history of the American Indians. I feel like the American Indians is black people in the Americas, right? But at the same time, you know, the African story, I believe, is fake. So that's why I was just listening to the panel.
What African story is fake?
The African slave trade, the way they say black people came to the Americas.
Okay, so hold on, let's go. So the African slave trade is fake?
Man. Yeah, in my opinion, this is my opinion.
Okay, good. There you go. I just want to stop.
I was just listening.
Why do you think?
I just want to see what he's saying. So after slave trade is fake, and what else did you say? You could explain it first.
I'm gonna start over. My premise basically is the American the black people in the Americas came from the Polynesian Islands, came from the Melanesian Islands, instead of Africa, the African story. That's my belief.
So the people who were picking cotton are descendants of Melanesians.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So why were they singing West African songs?
I mean, if you could prove those are really West African songs, then you know. But
where did the okra come from? Was it Polynesia?
Okra?
Yes.
Yeah, I was just about to ask about the foods.
Right, the foods.
Oh yeah, we can ask about the foods.
Yeah, where the okra
I don't know
come
where okra came from.
It came from West Africa with the people, but did it come from Melanesia?
No, I never said okra came from Melanesia. That was
I know because it came from West Africa. I'm trying to find out the food stuffs that
I mean, oranges came from Florida. So what does that mean?
Oranges didn't come from Florida, but I'm trying to find out. I'm dealing with the food stuff of the Melanesians because it's getting down to culture. Right?
I mean, corn came from America, right? Cocaine came from America, right?
No,
but it's found in Europe and Africa. So what does that mean?
Cocaine doesn't come from America. Okay, so listen, we're dealing with the Melanesians, who we are allegedly the history of. What is the cultural connection?
I mean, the cultural connection is basically it's similar. The American Indians and the Polynesians have a similar culture as far as religion and stuff like that.
What about so there was no slave trade. So all the black people here are basically American Indians, yes?
Most of them.
Okay, who are related and descendants from Melanesians, yes?
Yeah, another reason why I say that. You ever heard of the Asiatic black man? You ever heard the term Asiatic black man?
Okay, tell me about that.
Oh, well, I heard, my research said that the NOI, the Muslim Elijah Muhammad, they came up with the Asiatic black man, and that describes the black people in America's origin, basically.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Does the NOI say that they came from Melanesia?
No, I'm
Polynesian?
saying that.
Oh,
But
so
I'm
okay. So
I'm just going
you
off
just
of
those
their
are plus
guidelines.
degrees you adding on, huh? Yes, those are plus degrees. Like you got the math, but now you just gonna take it. Okay. So where did the Melanesian part come from, or that's just your doctrine?
Well, I get that part because all right, they say the scholars say that the American Indians came from Asia, right?
Wow.
Yeah, don't scholars say that?
Which
American
one?
Indians in
No,
America?
no, no, no. I never knew. And I never knew. This is some new information that I'm getting. So now I'm just learning some stuff.
No, this is my research, bro. I'm not saying, you know what I mean?
Is it research?
Yeah, it is kind of, yeah.
Okay. Kind of.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, I'm listening.
You know,
It's
I'm learning.
research mixed with my own critical thinking skills. That's
you
why I
know
say kind of.
research. What you know, research gotta come outside of the internet, right? Like it have to include,
Books?
outside of the internet, not
Books?
just book, but
Okay. What else? What else outside the internet you talking about?
like actually going places, geography.
I could study geography from books, right?
Okay, geography. Speaking of geography, how did people of Melanesia get down to Mississippi and South Carolina and Georgia?
Good
Yeah,
question. Good
how
question.
that happened?
I believe that the Melanesians came through Brazil, South America,
Okay.
and traveled all the way up north, all the way up to the southern states of the United States.
And then got enslaved magically? Like, how does this happen? How do
Well,
they
the slave, that's what I'm saying. This, I believe, is my research. I believe that the slave trade wasn't the story that they told us.
Okay, so where does that research come from?
Couple books.
Like?
Couple books I got. Yeah.
Like?
Can you refer them to us? I would like to read them myself so I can get the information too. 'Cause this is some interesting stuff.
Oh, okay, I got you. Well, the Arab slave trade, I kind of like looked into the Arab slave trade.
So now Arabs in the story, or Melanesians Arabs? How's this work?
No. It ain't got nothing to do. This one ain't got nothing to do with Melanesians. That's what I'm trying to say. You're talking about the slave trade story, right?
No, aren't they the Melanesians?
No, bro.
Okay, so who were the people
let me
on the
explain.
plantations picking cotton and watermelon? Who were they?
Right, yeah. Who was that?
Those
Who's
were
those
everybody.
people?
White people was picking cotton. Black people was
White
picking
people
cotton in
were
the Americas.
picking
A lot of
cotton.
people was picking cotton in the
A
Americas. It
lot
wasn't
of
just
people
one
were
ethnic
picking
group.
cotton. It
It
wasn't
wasn't
one
just.
ethnic group. And amongst them were Melanesians, yes?
Huh?
And among them were Melanesians?
Okay, let me start over.
I'm asking.
Answer that
Here's
question.
two questions. Among them were they Melanesians, and two, and among them were no West Africans. This is what you're saying, yes?
Okay, I'm gonna answer that question, right?
Which
now
one?
the melanate, huh?
Which one? I asked two.
I'm gonna try to answer both.
Okay.
Simultaneously. All right.
That's interesting. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So the Melanesians didn't come over here through slavery. They came over here. The Melanesians migrated to the Americas between the year 1000 AD to the 1500 AD. Right?
1 second.
What book is this again?
Where is that?
What book is this again?
Go ahead, my fault.
Where is that? Question.
No, I just want to know what book is
Me
this
and
again.
Molly asked the same question. I'm with you, Molly. Where is that? Where'd you get that from? 1000 to whatever you just said. Where's that?
This is my independent assumption, but hold on. I'm
Correct.
gonna get the theory. I'm gonna tell you where I got the theory from. Right?
Okay, all right. Go ahead, brother.
There's a Russian mathematician that did statistics on history and time, right? And he's called Anatoly Fomenko. So I got my background of thought from his research. I'm keeping it real.
So from a white man. So your research
Yeah,
came
from a white man. Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, all right, keep going.
So can I start over again?
You can start over.
Do your thing, bro. Yeah.
I got you. Okay, let me start over again, right? So
go ahead, brother.
The Polynesians, the Melanesians migrated to the Americas between 1000 AD and 1500 AD. How did I get that? Because most scholars agree that American Indians came from Asia and populated North and South America, right? Right. So I used that frame and I said, okay, because when we think of Asians, we think more of the Manchurians and the Chinese and the, lighter skinned pale skinned Koreans and stuff like that. We never thought about the Melanesians. We never thought about the Polynesians, which are melanated. They call them Melanesians for a reason, right?
Wait, hold on. Quick question. So wait, quick question.
Okay,
so Chinese don't have melanin. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not. Well, most of them, well, the ones I've seen don't.
Okay.
So when black people go to China, they take pictures of them like they never seen dark skinned people.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Chinese and Japanese and Koreans don't have melanin. Got it. Keep going.
No, I never said they don't have melanin. I said a large amount of the population are a little bit lighter than in certain parts.
He said
certain parts
a large, right?
Don't have melanin.
Let me rephrase that.
No. Yeah, keep going.
My fault. Let me rephrase that, right? Most of Asia is not pale or yellow skin, right? They're dark-skinned Melanesian people. I'm saying that we forgot about those people. I'm not saying they're not dark-skinned Chinese people or Asiatic people. I'm not saying that. That's what my point is. We came from those dark-skinned Asian people. That's what I'm saying. And that's why I believe that the NOI got their term, the Asiatic black man, from.
He just said we came from Asia.
My fault.
You said we came from Asians?
Tag me in, brother.
Say that again, bro.
Did you just say we came from Asians?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Tag me in, brother. FBA, tag me in.
This is classic.
That's my belief and research, bro. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not.
Okay, all right. That's interesting, man. That's interesting.
Yo, hold on. You want to get tag in? Go ahead. You want to add to it, bro? Go ahead.
I'm gonna add into the whole Asiatic black man.
Speak on it, God.
Peace.
Peace.
True and living. Almighty, what up?
Shalom.
All right. So you have King Kamehameha, right? You know who he is from Hawaii? In the Kamehameha.
Nah. I never heard of the brother before, but elaborate.
King Kamehameha from Hawaii in the Kamehameha family.
From Dragon Ball Z.
No, right there. You Google what they look like. There's portraits of them and real life portraits. If you gave it a second, it's not much of a painful search. Just Google King Kamehameha. Pull up his picture.
Asiatic black man. So he was an Asiatic black man, right?
All right. So if you look at this whole situation, what I'm saying is this. I support the Abo indigenous. That's how I look at it. Now, if you want to look at it, where these Red Indians or these native folks are, those were immigrants, because that Bering Strait, they had to come through a Bering Strait.
Let me interject right there, bro.
From the Caucasus Mountains area.
That was proven false, but go ahead.
So they came from the Caucasus Mountains. And
they had to come from. All right, we was already here. See, we's indigenous.
And we're Asians.
No, we were already here.
Aren't we Asiatic black men?
No, we are already here. We were already. See, Asia. The word Asia can also refer to the physical manifestation of.
Asia is the body and Attic is the mind.
Let me keep this up, bro.
Hold on, brother.
You can add on as well. But you can add
real quick, brother. You subscribe to the slavery never happened and was made up? You subscribe to that too?
Never happened. No, I don't subscribe to never happened. I subscribe to
the transatlantic slave trade. Did that happen?
In reverse.
I subscribe to the transatlantic slave trade happened. However, although we were already here, and the slaves that came here and were introduced to us, they were absorbed. We were already here. Our numbers were already here. You feel me?
Was y'all enslaved before they bought them slaves?
We weren't reproducing, breeding under the slavery though. So that's why they brought.
Were you enslaved before they bought the other slave?
We were already here. We weren't slaves. We were peoples.
Were you free?
We were free.
So there were no slaves, but then they brought slaves here. Yes.
The slavery experiment on us, on the indigenous FBA here, didn't work out well because we weren't breeding under subjugation like that.
So they brought other slaves here. Yes.
Right. They introduced a different species.
Different species.
Right. From a different location.
What
Alright?
location?
From a different location.
What was the location, brother? Because you know a lot.
The location, they were bringing them from the Breaker Islands, because the Breaker Islands got the Breaker Islands like Jamaica, Trinidad, where they were breaking the slaves to prepare them to either go to Brazil or over here or stay where they were at on those islands.
Wait, so they didn't have black people in Jamaica and all of that too before the slaves got there, or was just in America they just only had black people?
That's so we're going okay, so let me add on to that.
That's
Since
a
you
great
asked that
question
question.
right there.
That's a great question. Let me add on.
And the answer is
So
yes.
can I add on to that Jamaica question, right?
Right. Go ahead.
All right, with all respect.
Go ahead, brother. You should drop some knowledge.
You have Jamaica as you see it right now. There was Spanish Jamaica, right? Where you have Spanish Town, a Santiago de la Vega, correct?
Right.
The original capital. Right. So when Queen Nanny of the Maroons, all right?
Right.
When they Akopong, all right? When we talk about that, that's a sovereign territory of Jamaica still to this day. The rest of Jamaica under British colonialism with the negotiations that they were given for those flags.
That's accurate.
As you know today, that's not sovereign. Akopong, Akopong, that side of Jamaica, that sovereign area, that's the true Maroon territory. That's sovereign.
Oh, so those are the original black people of Jamaica before the slaves got there.
Correct.
Wait, hold on.
You can see that.
That's some powerful shit, bro.
Time out. One
powerful
question.
shit.
You just said Uncle Pong. Do you realize that is
there's Akopong and Ghana too, sir? Yes.
Correct. So how did it get there?
I just explained to you that see, that's a great question as well, sir. You see, the Spaniards, they was one of the earliest into the slave trade game. The British were one of the last.
What does that do with Acapulco?
Queen Nanny and her people, like coffee, all of them.
Wait, hold on, bro.
They were already from. They were from the Ghana. They were from Ghana. They were from the Ghana area.
Okay.
Through slave trade.
So they brought the names and the customs with them.
All right. So what I'm saying is that, however, a lot of those slaves that were coming from the Africa area, they were the Africa area that I spoke of. The new thing. Ghana is a 20th century thing. Ghana is a 1955 type of thing. All right.
The Ghana or white.
Correct. The Ouagadougou Empire here. I cook you all. I cook all 9 of y'all. I cook all of y'all on GP. You on New York Feathers. I cook you all.
No, you are. Let's get back to Acapulco and Jamaica. So how were they native?
All y'all baby mamas be running away from y'all.
Nah, you just can kill yourself and you don't want to hear it. Do you understand that you just said that they were natives in Jamaica?
I disagree with that, but go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
So the Caribbean was a logistic area, was a hub for slavery. See, you remember the Amistad movie when it was the Amistad was a real thing as well.
A movie.
Yeah, it's a real slave ship.
But you got it on the movie. Tell us about the movie.
So I'm giving you a cinematic visual. The homicide story is a real story. But see, these were the slaves to the Caribbean area as logistic hubs. All right, slavery, they had their own Amazon basically, and this was their Amazon. And so when slavery became more, hey, we gotta chill out, let's do more slavery type of stuff. There was others who were still in, huh?
What year was that? By
This
the way,
was around the 1700s. This was around the.
All right.
See, the American thing, the American thing, we got it in the American system. Mr. Charlie, not we, part of it.
When was
I think that you could save the world with this information that you got, bro. Because there's a lot of people out here that don't know about this. And if you go out and you know what I'm saying, you write a book, you know, you put out the information. There's a lot of stuff that you're talking about that a lot of niggas really don't know.
Thank God.
Look.
Hey, pay me $1,000 and I'll cam up. I don't cam up because I have children.
Pause, bro.
Hold on. Yeah, yo, you want some zesty
Cam
shit.
You want to see the voice, the face behind the voice? I give you 35 minutes. To speak, to spit information, right and exact information. I could do God body with y'all as well. For the traveler, I don't have the 120 degrees on the brain any longer like that. But
yeah, but you can definitely get out. You know what I'm saying, and save a lot.
Molly you was
the Wagadugo empires of Sundiata or Mansa Musa, they were already.
Neither one of those are from the Ghana Empire. Neither one of the people you named are from the Ghana Empire.
The Ghana Empire again.
What?
Okay, you're going to travel to the back for a hot second timeout. Sorry about that.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, you're good now, man.
Yeah, you cool, Deb.
Can I just say what I just, if I hurt your feeling of what I just said about the Kwame Nkrumah? Well, after he went to school in Lincoln University, I'm sharing right information.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. No, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
There might be little kids who listen to the replay eventually, bro.
No. We gotta source up some information, bro. We need some sources. You're not even slowing down at a stop sign.
Slow down, because y'all always say I talk slow.
That'd be cool if you could provide some sources for us, so that we don't know, you know.
I don't take me on 100% face value.
Yo, did you want to jump in there?
Yeah.
I'm tag y'all in there. Tag, brother. I'm done tagging. I'm tired. I'm out.
Hold on. It's who's having audio issues in the chat?
Is it me?
Yeah, I've been seeing the chat complaining. It's clear for me, but the chat been complaining.
Can y'all hear Yo? That's all I want, because he's up next. So, okay, bro.
Okay, yes, sir.
So, Melanesia.
Yeah, bro. Let's start with this. We was talking about the slavery, right?
We want to see these other nations sources too, brother. Don't forget.
this is no research I've got. I'm not correct. I don't.
That's undisputed.
So this is my interpretation, and I'm let me just say this. I'm gonna give y'all the floor, right? Again, the reason why I said education that all black people in the Americas, whether it's North, Central, or South, right? And these black people, I consider, I don't know if y'all consider these people Americans, but I consider Afro-Americans, Afro-Latinos, and wait, hold on,
bro.
Hold on,
hold on, yo.
Yeah, my fault. Mute my mic.
Nah, I'm saying something must be wrong with the
pause. The audio is messed up. I can't tell if it's StreamYard or YouTube. I mean, that's complex software. I mean, the last time we did, we had to restart everything. But it is chopping up on YouTube.
Damn,
only the
classic though, man. Damn.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know, man. This ain't the first time though. This is like the second time in the last week, 10 days.
Damn, I was learning so much about. I never heard about Melanesians and all of that, so I was learning a lot.
If anybody could pull up some pictures, if you pull up some pictures of Polynesians, right, and pull up some pictures of African Americans, for example, look at the similarities, bro. You can put it next to it and see who looks similar to who.
Right. And let me ask you something, brother. With this level of extensive research that you have done, did you ever think about putting? Yeah.
No, hell no.
Why
I'm
not?
an amateur researcher.
Okay.
I just
I'm gonna try to drop everybody. Everybody back up real quick.
My fault.
I'm gonna go all the way out.
Hold on. Is it still choppy?
That's net neutrality right there. And they're playing with the bandwidth. The caveman playing with the satellites, bro.
Still chopping?
That's for context.
What makes
the word Melanesian.
And
Melanesian and Melanesian is the same word.
They have me if it got clear. I don't know if anybody is able to hear from YouTube while they on the stream or not, but remember they're gonna have a delay in the chat.
Y'all think this is racist?
In counter racism, we call this white interference.
Damn, you crashed YouTube.
Information is powerful. That's what it is.
We're a threat.
By now,
not since ever has anyone heard this. Yeah, yo, I think they can hear now.
No.
Get up, stand up.
It's crazy, son.
Two more people in the front. Oh, this all the two more people in the
Did you bring the sources? Yes, yeah, references.
I mean, I got plenty of sources, bro. Plenty.
You got plenty of sources.
Would you mind sharing some of them with us?
Y'all never
a short synopsis.
You know what y'all never do though? Y'all never tie, never show anything to say this blood, this DNA is the same as those people that y'all be talking about in them damn pictures and shit. Y'all never do that.
I'm also going to bring the Most High into the conversation to keep it spiritual as well, every now and then.
Go ahead, brother.
Just for all intents and purposes, the DNA is spiritual too. Blood is. I reproduce kin.
Hold on, bro. We haven't had as much as you. You're gonna have to give us some yo. Just give us a second, man. Somebody gonna bring you back up. But let me make sure Q is gonna redo what he gotta do.
Oh, we gotta leave?
Probably eventually.
And we're gonna start up a new stream, right?
Yeah, the sound is worse than what it was before. I just want to know if it's StreamYard usually have a error message, because obviously it's not YouTube.
Or is it?
Yeah, but if it's StreamYard, why
the Northeastern knocking out servers? Yeah, I don't like weather jokes.
No.
My man, Dad. God damn. Dad, you clear? All right, so Dad, you just gotta say what everybody else. Everybody say you clear, so you gotta just say whatever. Yo-Yo and what's the other brother? Oh, you gone? Says, then you gotta just repeat it to the audience.
Nah, you gotta
Hey,
ask
yo.
me questions, bro. Let's get to the specifics. But you gotta ask me questions. I can't just go. You know what I mean? Ask me what you want to know about my premise.
Is Martin Luther King of Melanesian descent? Was Martin Luther King of Melanesian descent?
Americans, Afro-Latinos, and Afro-Caribbeans are all from Melanesian descent. Or ancestry, my fault. Melanesian ancestry.
Why do you think that? Why do you think that? And not
because I believe the African slave trade story is a lie. I don't believe
it's a lie. And why would they lie about that? Hold on, hold on. Let's lie about something like that.
I mean, they lie for control. What you lie to somebody about? Why would you lie to somebody for? To protect yourself, right?
Hold on. Hold up.
Think about why would you lie to
go,
somebody, and that would answer your question.
Okay, so wait, I was gonna ask you why would I mean, most people lie because they're afraid, right?
That's one reason.
I would assume they were right. So I would assume that if they was lying, it was because they were afraid. Now, I don't know what they would be. A lot of the percentage of the world, if not most, all of the world, like or majority of the world. So what would they be afraid of? Like, what are we gonna do? Like, what weapons do we have access to be like? Well, you know what? And when we find out such and such, we're gonna go and bear arms and do such and such and retaliate and go up against you.
Bear arms is not an option right now.
So wait, hold on. Let me interrupt you, yo. I think hold on. I think so. I don't want nobody to miss none of this greatness that's gonna be taught. So are we supposed to go to the new stream?
Yeah.
You don't see it?
Sebio, the audio is not clear in the YouTube chat. Did you okay. Okay, I'm gonna end this one. And then y'all go over there.
I hear
you.
I hear you. I was getting some groceries out the car.
Yeah.
I couldn't get to the phone, but I got you. I'll jump over there, bro.
Okay. Start over.
All right.
Okay, this one over. We out.